Yeah. Esto es breve, ya tus pasos se acercan. Tú me debes una noche con maldad. Yo soy preso de esos besos y tu piel. Yo sé que eso se repite otra vez. Baby, te quiero para mí, tomando y viendo Netflix. Ya no se trata de sentir, se trata solo de fluir. Baby, te quiero para mí, tomando y viendo Netflix. Ya no se trata de sentir, se trata solo de fluir. Más por DM me escribiste antes de llegar al hotel. Me conoces, no soy de eso. Yo te hago completico el proceso y empiezo a tocarte. Yo soy tu vicio, espero que no te asombre. También puedo besarte, ser loco y romántico a la vez. Baby, te quiero para mí, tomando y viendo Netflix. Ya no se trata de sentir, se trata solo de fluir. Baby, te quiero para mí, tomando y viendo Netflix. Ya no se trata de sentir, se trata solo de fluir. Mi Pikachu, pues yo te elijo, siempre apunto a lo fijo, por eso estoy contigo. Y porque la pasamos genial, es un castigo. Es solo que conmigo encontraste tu abrigo, y por ahí encontraste algo más. Tú lo sabes, no nos desviemos del caso, solo tú y yo, mujer. Tú eres perfecta, tú eres mi caro, y yo puedo ser tu nena. Sé que tú quieres más de eso, flaca, tírame ese hueso, que él no te dio lo que te di, y no solo hablo del sexo, lo que yo te di. Baby, te quiero para mí, tomando y viendo Netflix. Ya no se trata de sentir, se trata solo de fluir. Baby, te quiero para mí, tomando y viendo Netflix. Ya no se trata de sentir, se trata solo de fluir.
Aquel día el instinto nos decía que esa noche juntico no quería, que las ganas, bebé, nos ganaría, pero no fue así. Vamos lento, ya, que si nos apuramos no disfrutamos del momento, ya, y lo vamos a arruinar. Dale lento, ya, dile a tus amigas que hoy no vas para afuera, que estás en la escuela y vamos a jugar. Ella sabe que quiero a mi mamacita, ella también quiere que seamos felices, ella la que se apresura a la vueltica, ella es sin timidez. Como la ves no le importa dónde y cuándo, nada no es, yo no soy el que la mando, nunca lo seré, su carácter no es de niña, que la puede controlar cualquiera. Y me encanta, yo lo sé, independiente, vamos lento y verás. Y me encanta, yo lo sé, independiente, vamos lento y verás. Vamos lento, ya, que si nos apuramos no disfrutamos del momento, ya, y lo vamos a arruinar. Dale lento, ya, dile a tus amigas que hoy no vas para afuera, que estás en la escuela y vamos
you, but you look. Oh girl, you blow my mind. I know what I would like to do, but you just keep on talking. I see your dog needs walking. Your folk drive you insane. I know, yeah, that's true. Of course, you ain't the one to blame. Keep on talking to me. You keep on telling me your dreams. You keep on talking to me, but I just wanna see you move. Yeah, I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move. Yeah, I just wanna see you move. Sure, I like to listen. It's not like I don't wanna know. It's just that you've been talking to me 3 nights in a row. I think it's time to let go. Forget the past, just lose control. 'Cause life's too short for yapping. Come on and dance, come give me soul. You keep on talking to me. You keep on talking to me. You keep on talking. You keep on talking to me. You keep on telling me your dreams. You keep on talking, but I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you.
I saw you from the beginning. You were clearly out of my league. You didn't look at where I was standing. I thought that we would never meet. But here we are now, two restless souls, lost in a room full of strangers. Oh, I wanna wash that sad look from your face, and maybe you can keep me away from dangers. Let's sneak out together, baby. Oh, and spend some time, just you and me. I wanna set you free when no one else is there to see. Everybody knows you're a lady, yeah. But your eyes are telling me that there is more to see. Let's make our own destiny. Let's sneak out together, baby. Yeah. Please, baby. This evening will soon be over, and we'll be back in the roles we played. Always caught in the charades of life, longing for a sweeter day. But this can be our moment. Let's seize it here and now. Let's leave this room full of strangers. Oh, you wash this sad look from my face, and I'll keep you away from dangers. Let's stick out together, baby. Oh, and spend some time gonna let you go. Oh, I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Hey, never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Oh.
What's going on? What's going on? Come on. Woo! Your kid is hot now, baby. Welcome back. Godfather's on these people's lips, those people's lips, everybody's lips. Hey! That's good. In the chat room. Age, city, gender. Let's get it. Come on. 'Cause I'm fine no matter what. I know. Don't freak out about it. It's not that big a deal. 1,000 people. Let's get the likes up. Get them up. Get them up. Get them up. Clappity clap, clap, clappity clap, clap, clappity clap, lap. I'm a PhD. What is she?
I'm a PhD. I'm a PhD.
I'm a PhD. He's a PhD. A pimpin' hoe degree. Oh! 34 from Atlanta. Good evening, Rod. If you type in all caps, you will get blocked. 17 from Ohio. A triple PhD. Woo! I mean, she is short, fugly, and fat. Oh! Apparently, all I want women to be is beautiful. Beautiful and dumb, I guess. No. Misunderstandings happen. So... Baba. Welcome back. How's everybody tonight on this Friday evening, Friday night fire? We're about to get into it because, wow, what a difference a week makes. 24 little hours. Apparently I'm somewhat of a hot topic. So here's the thing. Moderators, we are going to have people coming over from other platforms, other channels, other panels. And you guys know how we do. In my room, everybody's welcome.
I am the king and will not be. I am the king
King Ike. We're going to have people come over from other channels, other panels, other platforms, other points of view, and we welcome them with open arms. Here's the thing. All I ask is for people who come over from other places, remember, you're in my house. And you will be respected and treated well as long as you obey one rule. We'll be nice to you as long as you'll be nice to us. You know, and I heard that, you know, I was over there earlier. I was on, what's the channel now called? The Black Authority. And I watch Jason Black from time to time. I don't watch as much as I used to. And I think he has good content. I think he has some great things to say. It's a political channel, political and somewhat business, as far as I know. However, YouTube, I guess, high value is all the rage now. It's like the new pet rock. And because I'm in that part of the algorithm, who's am I kidding? I'm running that part of the algorithm at this point. Anytime somebody puts high value in their title, it gets kind of cycled over to me, especially if they're a notable creator or a creator of some note. So I look up and my picture is the thumbnail. And the title is something like high value explained and clarified. And, okay. My position on it is simply this. I've already explained high value 11 million times and even have a video up about it. So I don't know what else needs to be explained or clarified. You can have your own opinion, or you can have what you think about it. But as the person who has popularized it, that's the explanation. And as such, I don't see the need for somebody to clarify what I'm saying. But this is YouTube, and that happens. And that's all sectors of YouTube. When this is YouTube 101, when something catches, it just cycles. So that's part of the game. Number one. Number two, the only thing I would say is this. My only issue is when people quote me or say that I said something and it's simply untrue or a misunderstanding. So my initial response is maybe that person misunderstood what I was saying, or they got it wrong, because I give people the benefit of the doubt in good faith that nobody openly says that somebody said something that they know they did not say. And one of the things I did hear was that I said that women only need to be feminine and beautiful. That is 100% inaccurate. Not true. And anybody who's watched my channel for any length of time would know I say that men need to be confident, intelligent, and assertive. Women need to be feminine, beautiful, inspirational. That's all men, all women. But I have never said that a woman, especially a high value man's woman, just needs to be a beautiful bobblehead. Matter of fact, I give 5 steps that a woman should take if she's serious about a high value man, high value lifestyle. And most of it's about work and education. So due respect to Mr. Black and his platform, but that is incorrect. One of the things I wish would happen more in YouTube, especially in Black YouTube, I wish people would talk to one another, especially larger creators, and talk behind the scenes, see how to collaborate and work together versus just responding. That's how greater YouTube tends to do things. There's a lot of conversation that tends to go on behind the scenes, and I realize that in Black YouTube, that's just not the course. I wish it was, because YouTube is a business. I know a lot of folks in YouTube is like, you're just a YouTuber. YouTube is it has $162 billion value. It's the most valuable media platform in the world if standing alone from Google. It's worth more than Comcast, Disney. What was the other one? So I laugh when I hear people talk about you're just a YouTuber. These are media companies and media brands. And as such, I think that they should be handled as business. And if you want to talk about something, getting it directly from the source is always a better option, in my opinion. But as we continue to move on into it, y'all see the title of the show. What is the title of the show? There ain't no high value black men. All right, good night. There ain't no high value black men. Hang it all up. Case closed. We're done. Guys, all I ask you to do is keep the likes or the engagement percentage up over 50%. You know, we got 2,000 people in here. Can we get the likes or dislikes up over 1,000? One thing that I noticed, look, right, we only have 738 of them. There are no high value black men. And tonight is going to be a black conversation. So to my non-black viewers and followers, this is a family meeting. This is a family meeting behind the scenes, okay? So you're more than welcome to watch, get your popcorn. But this is something that I want to talk about tonight because I'm rather tired of hearing this. So we want to flesh this whole thing out and get it on the table. One thing I have heard over and over and over in my life is all the good black men are dead, in jail, or gay. That is what has been said for so freaking long. It's embarrassing. For 30 years, even back when I was a teenager, I used to hear this stuff. It's in popular culture, it's in popular movies to the point to where it's become accepted as a fact by a lot of women. But the question is it true? Is it accurate? And if nothing else, since the internet with the advent of the smartphone and the search engine, a lot of commonly held beliefs and things like that have really been challenged. And the facts, the data, the statistics are in, and it's clear that these are just simply not true. Guys, we got to get the likes up. We got to get the likes up, get the likes up. We got to, who do you tend to hear this coming from? Older women, the divas, the queens, the bosses, and the level ups. The people I talked to yesterday. There ain't no good black men. There are no high value black men. And here's the thing about this whole high value thing. Why is this so important? Because this is what women want. This is the secret. This has been the final thing. When you ask women across the board what they want, most black women will tell you, I want to be a stay-at-home wife and I don't want to have to work. Regardless as to age, height, weight, education, whatever. Thousands of hours hundreds of hours of video and hundreds of hours of calls bear that out. I didn't make that. Don't shoot the messenger. So if that's the case, if 99.999% of black women want to be able to stay at home, have 2 to 3 kids and live a middle-class life, the numbers are what they are. Here's the reality. The average man does not make enough money to live the kind of lifestyle women want. See, I know there are guys who will say, well, wait a minute, Kevin, I disagree. I was able to have a family on $50,000. Were you married? Yeah. Are you still married? I would bet you're not still married, because money is the number one issue when it comes to breaking up marriages in this country. And when we're going to talk about it, that's too little bit of money in a woman's mind, and a black woman in particular. They want to be able to live like white women. We're going to get straight to it. This broadcast is probably going to get flagged. Not for language, but somebody's going to say you're bullying, and it's not true. So we're going to keep it respectful. But when it comes right down to it, you've heard black women out of their own mouths, whether they're high school, college, grad, or PhD, say that they want to not have to work to pay significant bills after they're pregnant. They want 2 to 4 kids, 3. They want to be able to live an upper middle class lifestyle, put their kids in a private school or a high end public school. They want each of their children to be able to go to college if their child wants to, and they want the parents to be able to pay for it. They want to be able to give the kids cars at 16. I don't make this stuff up. And men who are sitting back saying, well, just that's what they want. Don't matter what you think, it's what they say they want. And how much money does it take to facilitate that? You cannot do that comfortably on $70,000 a year. So when women start to look around and say, all right, Kevin, you say define the kind of lifestyle I want. Good. I want that high value lifestyle. That means you got to have a high value man. And then when you say, well, I only want to date black men. All right. Well, then you look around and you hear plenty of women say, but there are none. I know what I want, but what I want don't exist. Is it that they don't exist, or is it you can't get them? That's the question we're going to flesh out tonight. Is it they don't exist, or is it that you cannot get them? Because like I said yesterday when I talked to one woman, a lot of women are lazy. Lazy when it comes to... Your microphone's not connected. A lot of women are lazy when it comes to getting a man. Yeah. I'm sorry, Karen. Hi.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
I like watching.
I am 45 years old,
Okay.
and you mentioned, and we're talking about divas, queens, and bosses.
This is from last night.
First of all, I grew up listening to Beyonce and Mariah Carey. That's what I consider divas, and I just think it's just a term of endearment. You know, it's something for a woman to feel empowered.
Empowered to do
about.
what?
So
empowered to do
it's
what?
an empowering feeling. Just just at a point where they're very confident in themselves and.
Okay.
And,
What does your husband have to say about it?
Whereas my husband, I'm divorced.
All right. So ding. Name me the white women that run around calling themselves divas. Or name me any other race of women that call themselves these things. Divas, queens, and bosses. Tell me how Asian women empower themselves. Tell me how white women empower themselves. Show me how Middle Eastern and Hispanic women empower themselves.
Okay, but why do we have to be like them though? I mean,
well, I'm asking because we're humans. Okay, you asked a question that you can't overtalk me.
Oh, I'm not. I apologize. I apologize. I'm not trying to overtalk.
But my thing is, first off, can you turn off the YouTube channel in the background?
Yes.
All right. It's not a problem about this empowerment, man. It's pedestalizing. That's what it's not empowerment, it's pedestalizing. Did you hear the previous caller who called herself a boss? And who was in she business for 10 years, but she had no employees? What is she a boss of?
Well, I mean, again, that, being a boss, you can, it's a term of, running things, running your own business. And you don't necessarily have to have.
No, that's not true. Let's look up the definition of boss. Well, go ahead.
It doesn't necessarily, you don't necessarily have to have employees to consider yourself a boss.
Boss, noun, a person in charge of a worker or organization, union bosses.
Mm-hmm.
Or verb, giving orders, or domineering manner. That sounds more like it. The verb boss makes a lot of sense, especially when black women use it, because they're certainly not in charge of workers.
Well, I'm in charge of my own schedule.
Okay. Do you have any
Okay,
kids? Do you have any children?
Yes, I do.
How many?
2,
Boys or girls?
both boy and girl, 23 and 24.
Okay, but when they were 5 or 8 years old, remember those years? They could have been in charge of making up their bed. Does that make them bosses?
Yeah, bosses of their own domain.
Are you trying to? So, last night you heard this go on. 45-year-old black woman in Atlanta. And I want you guys to understand how often I tried to get her just to agree with a fact. Just agree with the fact. Just agree with observable reality or truth. That's it. Nothing more. I just tried to get her to agree with observable reality, a fact or truth. Nothing more. And at every time I was met with, yeah, but moving the goalpost, she was not going to agree with me. And these are the women that Generation X black men had to pick from in our youth, and of the women you expect Generation X black men to deal with now. Damn, are you really trying to be serious? Ma'am, honestly, ma'am, if that's how we're going to go with it, then this conversation really is kind of pointless. If you're going to tell me a 5 and an 8-year-old is a boss of something, then that goes into the delusion factor.
Okay. All right. Touche.
See, far too many black women want to be right, man. And you just won't even, when something's wrong, you'll still try to find a way to be right.
But but I am compromising. We're meeting in the middle, but I just.
Okay, well, meet in the middle. Meet me in the middle. How does calling yourself a diva, a queen, or a boss facilitate healthy relationships with men?
Well, the men that I encounter, they actually, I don't know too many women that call themselves divas.
And how does this facilitate? How does it facilitate healthy interactions with men by calling yourself somebody in charge?
Well,
okay, you're divorced, right?
Yes.
So am I. And one of the big problems in a lot of marriages, in particular in Black America, is who leads? Who's supposed to lead?
The male.
So, if I were your husband, how could I lead you? So if I were your husband, how could I lead you if you were a boss? I want you to understand. Listen to things that she says while I'm talking. That's what I want you guys to focus on. When I'm speaking, listen to what she's saying. I said, who's supposed to lead? She said, the male, the king of the household. Right.
A boss of my schedule, a boss of my work.
Again, that's pedestalizing and overinflating importance. Why? Why is it so important to make things sound so grand that are just common? That's why I use the kids example. That's why I use the kids making up a bed. Yeah, they feel good about it, but in the grand scheme of things, it ain't nothing. And the damn sure you being the boss. But far too many black women want a pat on the back for just average stuff.
Well, making the bed. I mean, that's part. Well.
Just say, ma'am. She's struggling to sit back and say, "Damn, get the likes up." I'm looking up, man. Don't come in here and don't hit the like button. Get them up. All right, that's warning one. And next time it plays all the way through,
You
get
got
them
me.
up. Check.
Well, I mean, we're talking about in rooms, you know.
Yeah,
My
and that's what we're
children
talking about. We're talking about how many black women who call themselves bosses are in charge of anything.
I feel like if a woman runs her own business and do not go into a 9 to 5, is considered a boss.
All right. So,
And
you know what
that's
else? You know
boss
what else? You know what else? I
together.
mean, but see, man, that makes sense because so many black women won't call themselves fat or morbidly obese. They'll say they're BBW. See, a lot of you black women love to make up your own definitions. Forget the dictionary. We're gonna make up our own words. It's gonna have our own meanings. But here's the thing: the world doesn't work that way. Your arteries still say you're morbidly obese. One of the biggest pushbacks I get is from black women talking about weight.
Well, I don't have a weight problem. And you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
No,
Some men like big
beauty is pretty well universal. There are some subjective things. How tall are you?
5'7".
Okay. What is the average weight of an American man?
The average weight, I would say maybe 185, 90.
Okay. And what's the weight of an average?
Nice and
What's the weight of an average American female?
I would say maybe 150, 155.
The weight of an average American man is 168 pounds. The weight of an average American woman. Black men would turn a flip if they could find a 150-pound black who was the same height, used to be 120 pounds, and it shot up to 166 pounds. The average American black female is 187 pounds. The average black woman weighs more than the average black man at her height. Is that normal?
Mm-hmm.
Is that normal?
To compare to what statistics?
Normal. So there's the first thing. When you start talking about finding good black men or anything like this, the first thing black women like this, not all black women, but black women like this, the queens, the divas, the bosses, the level ups, they want to first go at the numbers. They want to invalidate everything. First, it's not enough to change the definition to fit their aggrandized world. They want to make average incredible. And this is the problem. Average looking, lazy women want high value husbands so they can have a high value lifestyle. That's Monday's video. Average looking, lazy ass women want high value husbands solely so they can have a high value lifestyle. Do they want the man or do they want the lifestyle? And we know the truth of the matter is they want the lifestyle. That's Monday. But this is what you get a lot of average ass women. Average women. I'm a boss. Lady, what's 10 years, no employees? I asked you some business questions. It was just like, it was hard to hear. And again, if you make your own schedule, I'm the boss of my schedule. I'm the boss of making beds. All these inflated titles. But now we're getting to the meat of it. You're overweight. And now this is one of the things people love to come at me. You want women to be 5'4", 120 pounds. Well, and then they want to debate that. I don't care what you want to debate. Debate the wedding rings on black women's fingers. Because as the weight has gone up, the marriages have dropped. I'm not saying it's causation, but I am saying correlation. Bottom line is this. Men don't want women that weigh more than they do. But then when you start talking about numbers, the first thing that wants to happen, well, you won't come at me with them white people numbers. I just need you to understand how on autopilot this woman was. She wasn't hearing a damn thing I said. Everything she had set her. Think about how long this women like her have been riding through life on cruise control. It's just rote. If you're a musician, you know something. There's something about knowing how to read music. That's a bass clip. That's a treble clip. That's a half note, a quarter note. Okay, triple. You know how to read music. You can play music. But people who don't know how to read music have to play by ear or play by rote. They're just listen and mimic. So many women like her don't read. They're innumerate, lacking, not well read, and they just mimic. They'll parrot back whatever. And this is why media is so dangerous for Black America, because we don't control the media. Black people consume more media than anybody. And you can look at the kind of media we've been consuming by the media message, by the things that come out of women like this mouth. Are we getting into it tonight? Because this is what's going on in a lot of these women's heads. It don't matter what the facts, the data, the statistics, observable reality. Here we are. Normal
Because
comparing. No, I got you. No. See, you about to try to pull this white shit on me. No. Normal compared a man to a damn woman. Should a woman who's 5'5" weigh more than a man who's 5'5"?
Well, absolutely not.
Well, but they do. But they
ideally,
do. But they do. No, ideally, it's called they do.
Hey.
Oh, it ain't that bad. This is for it.
No, I'm not making a excuse. I'm just saying that,
it ain't that bad
for Black women.
What do you mean? Hold on. Whoa. Stop right there. You're gonna have to justify that. What do you mean?
I'm justifying it in terms of there's a lot of good men that are locked up.
Let me stop you right there, man. Okay. This woman said there are a lot of good men who are locked up who are high value. Let me turn on the goddamn light. See how I told you how so many people are just taking this. When you call yourself divas, queens, bosses, and you can change the definition of anything. These are the same women running around changing the definition of high value. How you gonna be locked up in high value? So due respect when everybody's trying to clarify and explain, I know exactly what I'm talking about. And sadly, what I'm talking about is an area where a lot of people just won't make the cut. Oh, you talk about a frat this and this. God, what I'm talking about is excellence. Excellence in being competitive. And the Tuesday show is going to be old hoes and tricks. Because we're going to have to talk about this whole tricking thing in Black America. You mother suckers have got it confused thinking that because a man has money, wealth, or success, that all of a sudden he has to trick because your broke ass think you can get off the lip in the pimp game and all this other kind of stuff. You freaking loser. Edit that part out, but I'm tired of equating success with tricking. I've heard people talk about men who spend money on their wife and kids are tricks. You suckers need therapy. I need to stop you right there. I need you to pay attention. 51% of Black men are single and childless. 64% are in the middle class. So you can go ahead and take that 1980s talking point back over to color purple land, because that shit is factually inaccurate and untrue according to Black people statistics. Go to blackdemographics.com, saying as though you want to, those are white folks. Then go to blackdemographics.com, Black statistics for Black people, about Black people, and they'll show you.
Well, either way, it's a lot.
So 51%. No, ma'am. See what you did? You just try to skip. See, every time I make a point, you instead of saying, "Damn, I didn't know that," you're gonna still try to be right. Instead of saying, "Bro, I didn't know that." No, ma'am. Instead of saying, "You know what, bro, I didn't know that." 51% are single and childless. That means they're unmarried, no kids, and 64% in the middle class. Damn, I didn't know that. See, what that says is there are plenty of Black men out here who are available to marry and have kids. Why can't Black women seem to get them?
What age group is that?
No, ma'am. Why? No. What? Second attempt to invalidate. First off, who are those statistics from? When I told her it was black people, did she say, that's new information? No. Again, women like this who've been saying there ain't no high value black man. Is this what's wrong with black relationships? Look at how far they will go to invalidate the whole notion that there are good men out there, that she just can't attract them. She just can't get them. And the reality is you attract what you are. And this is what's been going on far too long in the black community. Black women like her have been running around saying that black men don't exist. She said high value black men are in jail. In jail. It will make sense in a minute. Hold on. Marrying age.
And
Those are
what
the marrying age. They don't keep statistics on teenagers.
What area?
Ma'am, it's
of
marrying
the-
age. They don't keep statistics on children. They're adults. See how you see? This is what I mean, and this is the
Not in
so
Atlanta, Georgia.
to the previous caller. Not who in wondered Atlanta, what all the Georgia. acrimony is between black men and black women. Caller, this is it right here. You got a black woman here. I'm trying to educate her on why she's wrong on the facts. Even when I made points, she'll keep moving the goalpost. Notice how she said, "Not in Atlanta." This is a 45-year-old woman. Not here. It ain't. Now, what she's really saying is there are high value black men and good black men out here. They exist. But then she looked back across the wreckage of her life and be like, well, damn, what was I get? Then why can't I seem to get one? Oh, no, it can't be nothing wrong with me. It can't be nothing wrong with what's in the mirror. It's got to be something wrong with you black men. Is this what's wrong with black relationships? Is this it? Well, give me the facts, the data, and statistics. Well, give me the who calculated them. Well, it ain't right. Look, at the end of the day, this is why so many of y'all are by yourself. You're disagreeable.
Well, no, we're having a conversation, but we're having a conversation.
Well, the conversation, but it has to be, the conversation has to be in truth, though, ma'am. I don't mind having a conversation, but if we just gonna have opinions, that's not really a conversation.
Well,
okay, do you believe? How about this? How about this? Let's start over. Do you believe that 51% of black men are single and childless? Do you believe that? I gave her a fact, a stat. 51% of black men are single and childless. I need you guys to understand. I just asked her, do you believe the stat and the fact that you can go look up yourself and read and see that was collected by people far smarter, by people who are qualified? How about that? But see, when you make up your own words and your own definitions, and you invalidate everything other than what you can see in your little world, and you distrust everything in your experience that said ain't nothing good about black men, or ain't nothing good about men in general, black men in particular, it don't matter. Everything. So this is when I hear you ladies come and say, well, your tone, maybe if you spoke a different way, maybe if you talked a different way, then you get a different result. 2 + 2 is 4. It don't matter if you say that through a synthesizer, through Morse code, through smoke signals, they will still take issue with it, because women like this are delusional. And the truth is too hard to swallow, because the truth says, ooh, I run my life into the area where I am right now. Again, I just asked her, do you believe this stat?
No.
Okay. There you go. What percentage of black men do you believe are single and childless?
Maybe 20%.
Okay. So by your own headspace, you reduce the effective level of black men by roughly 60%. So see, if only 20% of black men are single and childless, then she's justified in picking the things she's picked. Notice what she did. 51%, that's the majority of black men are single and childless. But she had to make it to where 2 out of 10. Instead of 5 out of 10, or 51 out of 100, she had to be 20 out of 100. I want you guys to sit and think about what this woman is saying. And the ones that do exist are in prison. Now you can go and make the argument of scarcity.
It is.
No, it's not. It really
It's
isn't.
scarce.
No, it's not. It really is not. See, facts are stubborn things, ma'am. You can believe whatever you want, but facts are stubborn. Just because you don't believe 2 plus 2 is 4 doesn't change the fact that 2 plus 2 is indeed 4.
Well, I do believe that 2 plus 2 is indeed
Well, then
4. I'm
then
just
then
saying,
then,
well,
then tell me then tell me why you don't believe the 51% of black men are single and childless. Tell me why you don't believe that fact.
Okay, I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and I've been in Atlanta for about 20 years. And there are not a lot of black men.
Did I say black men in
available.
Atlanta,
They're
ma'am?
either,
Did I say black men in Atlanta,
Pardon?
ma'am?
no, I'm saying
No,
black
no,
men.
no, no.
I'm
But,
saying
but,
Atlanta.
but the stat that I said, did I say Atlanta?
You did not say Atlanta. No, you didn't.
Okay, so do you believe it based on Atlanta or not?
I
See,
have to go where.
no, ma'am. So, ma'am. So what you need to do is because I live in Atlanta too.
Mm.
Uh-oh. When I said I live in Atlanta too, did you hear it go, ooh? When I said I live in Atlanta too, did you hear it? Did you hear it? It was like, Hadouken! Ooh. Ooh, he's here too. I can't even use geography. I live here too. Or not. See,
I have to go where.
no, ma'am. So, ma'am. So what you need to do is because I live in Atlanta too.
Mm.
So what you're gonna need to do is tell me where you getting that 20% from.
But if from every day.
No, ma'am. She was on the toilet and went, oh God, that hurt. Where you get that 20% from? My everyday. Well, somebody said just shows you the kind of people you hang out with and places you go. But see, women like her have been talking crap about black men for the better part of 50 years and painting all black men with the same brush. But then you get mad when all black men paint you all with the same brush. Okay, to where it don't even have to be about opinions anymore. Now it can be about the facts and the data. And she's raising 2 children. How do you have a relationship with this? How do you marry this? How do you stay married to this? See, we're going to get into it. Is this what's wrong with relationships? Because men don't walk out. 8 out of 10 divorces are filed by black women. Men don't leave. Women leave. Your anecdotal eyeball experience. No, man, your anecdotal eyeball experience does not change the Department of Bureau of Labor Statistics and the CDC. See, facts are stubborn things, man. You can have your opinion and you can be as wrong
reality.
as no, it's not reality. That's your twisted reality. It's your twisted reality, but it don't matter. It's twisted because you talking about bosses and being in charge of stuff, and that implies a business mind, and you can't even accept a fact.
I can't accept a fact.
No, you cannot, ma'am, because I just gave you a fact, and I've cited my sources, but you still won't stop.
Well, those statistics are not. Those numbers are not helping my everyday, day-to-day interaction. In real life. I'm at.
Let that marinate. those statistics aren't helping my everyday real life. Lazy AF. So I say a lot of our women are lazy. You want it handed to you. We're going to talk about it next week. Average looking, lazy women want high value husbands so they can live a high value lifestyle. Then next, old hizzos and tricks. This is what screwed a lot of this stuff up. Generation X, you can't blame this on the boomers as much. Generation X, this is my generation. These are the women actually teaching another group of women that truth don't matter. Only what she can see. Only in the places where she goes.
Grocery stores. I'm in
Well,
and out.
how about you're talking about you now. Now we talk about you. Well, if I asked your husband why y'all divorced, what would he tell me?
Domestic violence.
Okay. How often did you beat his ass?
No, I'm the victim, and I'm okay with that. It was a growing pain. I thank God I got out alive.
And how long you been divorced?
For 2 years.
2 years. How long were y'all married?
For about 7 months.
7 months. Now hold on. I know I got a new calculator, but you got kids that are like in their 20s.
Right.
About 2 different guys, or about one?
About one.
Why didn't you marry him? Wait for it.
The last one?
No, the one that impregnated you once or twice.
Oh, he went to jail.
Oh. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That's right.
Kevin, God damn it.
He was in jail with all the other high value black men. Her baby daddy in jail with all the other high value black men. So that's why ain't nobody but Ike Turner running around out here slapping them up and carrying on. This is the woman sitting in judgment of high value black men saying they ain't out here. I ain't seen them at the grocery store. Well, are you talking about Whole Foods and Sprouts? Or are you talking about the convenience store? The convenience store ain't the grocery store, ma'am. See, the grocery store has something called vegetables. See, a grocery store should have vegetables. It has, it probably even has a thing called a D-lie. A D-lie. You never been to the D-lie? The D-lie is dope. See, the D-lie has all this pre-prepared meat that you can make sandwiches with. What? It's called a deli. It's not a D-lie. It's a so they have vegetables and a delicacy. I've actually heard a woman say tried to pronounce delicatessen. I mean, actually, I heard a woman actually try to say it's a French delicacy, but she said this is escargot is more of a French delicatessen. So, grocery stores have vegetables. They even have flowers. I know it's wild. They have like florists there. They have like cheeses and olives and a delicatessen. And if you go like back over in the corner, they even have thing called seafood. Yes, seafood in a grocery store. But now the Quickie Mart, they got beanie weenies and ravioli and SpaghettiOs and Fanta and hot Cheetos and Old Glory greens, and they got the churros. So that's not a grocery store. I know it serves food like products, But the other place actually has things with vegetables, not vegetable-like substances. Okay? So, the difference. So, when you see a grocery store, that's what a grocery store is. Back to the show. So, you pick ass whoopers and felons. And then you're gonna complain about what other. I need you to stop right here, ma'am. I need you to slow the whole. I need you to slow the whole French toast down. I'm not gonna let you get on here and talk about what black men are not when you pick and dudes to whoop your ass and are felons. See, I'm not gonna sit around and let you black women just sit around and talk about hey, black men ain't here and they ain't this, they ain't that. When in your own life you pick shit. Yeah, take a nice strong drink, sip it all. Because you're talking about black men to share my reflection, and I'm tired of sisters like you running our reputation in the ground because you pick poorly.
A black man.
No, no, you had 20 million to pick from, but you picked a felon once to have 2 babies by and then Ike Turner. And all these black people in Atlanta. Why are you picking these scrubs?
That's what's left.
If you don't. Ladies, woosah. Did you hear what your auntie said? Did you hear what you hear what Nanny said? Auntie, you hear what Big Mama said? I need you to understand what she just said. I said, why are you picking them? He's buying and then Ike Turner. All these black people in Atlanta. Why are you picking these scrubs?
That's what's left.
If you don't, she picks the scrubs because that's what's left. More black people in Atlanta, and arguably the black Mecca, and this is all that's left. See, ain't no high value black men. Because they're all in jail. And the other ones, the guys who are above average, average Aaron and great old regular Greg, they don't exist either. So she gotta go get what's left. And she had no choice but to have babies with them twice. This is what these women are actually out here saying about you guys. And young ladies, you wonder why you have such problems dealing with why so many men are like they ain't trying to hear relationships these days because this is their mama. This is the woman that raised them and they had to hear this BS growing up. This is their mama, their auntie, they big sister. They had to hear this stuff. And men are tired of hearing they ain't crap because women pick poorly. Off my goddamn
Aside
phone.
from the married
Get off my phone. I don't want to keep it. That's what's left, huh? That's what's left. Mm-hmm. The black Mecca and all your WAP seems to attract is felons and abusers. Then you need to put that shit in get it some maintenance. You need to put that in the shop.
Aside, there are some good men.
Well, why don't you attract them? Then why don't you date them?
I don't. It's difficult. It's like a needle in a haystack.
No, it's not a needle. You know what she said? After I gave her the DDT and the soup bone, she had to eventually say, hold up, this is sounding crazy. So let me go ahead and just give a cursory, a courtesy placation. There are some good ones out there. Okay. Then why don't you date them? And then she had to say it. It's hard. Bish, it should be hard. Because they're worth a damn. See, that's the real problem. Black men, women like her have a problem with you having standards and making it challenging and difficult to secure you as the husband and your lifetime provision. The nerve of you to make it hard for her to become your lifetime helpmeet for you to have to go out and work, provide, and die for her. Shame on you, black men. You should give that away for nothing. Because you're black, your mama black. Haystack, I live here.
Yes, it is.
I live here and I date good black women. No, why can't you see? Let me back down. Ma'am, relationships are reflective. We attract what we are. When I was broken, I attracted broken. And see, what I'm having a problem with is you are trying to make black men the problem, and you are definitely problematic. Everything I presented to you that is a fact that you can verify yourself, you've said no, 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 no. And who the hell wants to deal with a woman like that?
Persian.
Persians? Yeah, I didn't. Y'all heard it right. Black women. I need you to hear what your grandma said. I need you to hear what your mama said. You're a my setup question was, you are problematic, ma'am. And who wants to deal with a problematic woman? Listen to what she said. Deal with a woman like that. Ahmed, pay attention.
Persian.
Persians?
Yes.
You heard it right. Ahmed. She think you'll deal with it. See, Brad, she know you ain't gonna deal with it, and she know Lee ain't gonna deal with it. She don't really want to deal with Enrique because he may not be tall enough, but Ahmed, how you Persian dudes gonna go ahead and come on over here? Persians want to deal with this. That's what she said. Persians want to deal with it. Persians. All right. So then you better not ever say nothing when you see a black man walking down the street with a non-black woman. Miss Persian. For anybody to think I'm going too hard or being too difficult or being whatever, then you better be all right when you see 1 out of 3 black men who have a bachelor's or better are marrying out. That is the statistic. 1 out of 3 black men with a bachelor's marries a non-black woman. 1 out of 3 black men who marry, and 1 out of 3 black men with the bachelor who marry, they marry non-black women. Why? Because the story has been because they hate themselves. They got a problem with their mama. They got issues. Who hurt them? All that stuff. But ladies, now you're hearing it. This is what's on the dating market opposite of you. This may not be you, but you know this is not a minority. So if you're all right with her leveling up to a Persian, her swirling to a Persian, then you need to keep it closed and shut when you see a black man with a woman from the Middle East or from Europe or from Asia. Boop, keep it quiet.
And they're
okay. So
what?
okay. Then where's your? So you got a Persian fiance?
He's not a fiance, but I am dating one.
Okay, again, just because someone will dust it off does not mean he wants to marry you. I've talked about this too.
I don't have to be married.
Exactly. Let me go ahead and help you. I don't have to be married. You notice how she just let it all hang out. Now notice she ain't had nothing to say negative about the Persian. And notice how he don't have to do nothing except just be. She don't have to be married with her Persian. But you black men need to be perfect. That's right. You heard it. That's right. You heard it. This is, young black women. Pay attention. These are your mamas and your aunties. And they telling you that black men don't exist because they can't get their shit right.
That's not true.
Yeah,
I'm
of
done
course
with
not.
making
Of
babies.
course not. Of course not. You could
You
get
know,
you
so
could
I
get
leave
your
it up
shit
to
right so
them.
much that you picked somebody that was whooping your ass after you picked a felon.
Mhm.
That's right.
Well, that's okay.
That's
You
right,
know,
man. And I'm not, yeah, and then you see the problem is here's where you run the problem because you keep
he
trying
was
to
a
down
veteran.
because you keep no get off my phone. He was a veteran. He was a high value black man. The dude that was whooping her butt was high value according to her, and the high value black men are in jail. That's why she can't find him. And by extension, the guy she had kids with was into jail, so he's high value. You notice how all these grand things. Is this what's wrong? Because I notice, when people talk about, men's spaces, I notice when people outside of men's spaces start talking about RP and BP and purple, and then they start talking about this sphere or that sphere. I notice how people on the outside come in and talk about how toxic and how anti this or anti that. But did you ever ask, do they have a point? Do you ever ask how it got that way? Because when you go to the level ups and the divas and the bosses and the queens, it's this. What do you expect? Real question. How do you expect to have anything with this amount of acrimony from the women? Because like it or not, men's platforms are a new thing. This thing, you could put this in any 2-year period in Hollywood. You can find something that fits this. It's far greater of a problem with women than it is with men. Is this why the problem in black relationships? Is this the problem? Because if this is what happens in black relationships, no wonder marriages, folks can't stay married. I mean, the facts and the data are the trailing indicators of what happened, but they don't tell the story. What's the problem? What's the problem, Anime? The problem is that you got to ask yourself a question. Do black women like her really want black men? Do they want to be married to black men? Do they? Because I know, when we get back into the high value thing, that's why I stay in the high value lane, because that's where I've always been. That's where my mindset has always been. So if you Blake Henry, Blue Henry, Hit Squad, you want to be in that top 10%, come on, man. Have you some options and some leverage. And the women who want to deal with you are far more agreeable over here. But for women who are average looking, lazy, thinking you're going to get you a high value husband so you can sucker him and swindle him in to become his wife, and you just get a high value lifestyle sitting at home eating bonbons, you got another thing coming. That ain't how this is going to work. But here's the thing. I could have got it all wrong. I could have got it wrong. I could have been off. I'm willing to have a conversation. Let's talk about it.
Money work. El mundo quiere
But you
dinero.
will respect my platform.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
Look at that smile on Tia's face. You look like a woman that's happy.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar. Un lugar
Tiara
para
look
trabajar.
happy to me.
Y si no hay
He look
peligro,
happy to me.
todo money,
He
money,
look
todo el
looking
dinero.
really happy.
Solo un par de gente se lleva el botín entero. Funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero llegaremos antes o después. Solo a lo suyo, que Dios te lo ve. Que por más que tarde lo veré caer. Somos malos buenos y tenemos fe. El dinero ya lo veré.
Bueno, chicks.
No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah.
Money work. Yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón, porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción. Yeah. No me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo voy. Money work, yeah. El mundo quiere dinero, yeah. Money work, se arregla con dinero, yeah. Money work, de corazón. La plata no te hace ser feliz.
Make it rain them likes. Make it rain. Make it rain. Make it rain. Make it rain them likes. Make it rain them likes. He's happy because she's fit. That's right. He's happy because she know, ooh, I'm gonna get married. She doing, I'm gonna get married then. I'ma have a husband. I'ma have a husband. I'ma have a husband. I'ma have a husband.
Money work.
Look at thee. I got a future. Look at me. I got a waist. Look at me. I got collarbones. Look at me. I'm fit. That's what Tiara's saying. Look at me. I got a future. Look at me. I'm fit. Look at me. Look at Tiara. She's like, I'm fit. I got a future. I got collarbones. Hey, I got a waist. Looking good in a little black dress. Come on, Tiara. All right, so here's what we're going to do, man. Real talk. There it is. There's the call line. All I ask is that you be respectful. You don't have to agree with me. You'll have a chance to speak. I'll be nice to you if you're nice to me. That's how this works. You cannot talk over me. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. All right, we got people in the call queue already. Shout out to anybody that came over from Jason Black's channel. Like I said, I like his stuff. I like his show. I certainly do. I think he has a lot of good stuff to say. I agree. Let's talk about high value while we get in here. High value men are productive. I mean, it's the first thing. What if you've been around for any length of time? What was the thing I said before high value? Hashtag show your work. And I've said it. Productive men don't want lazy women. If you want to be with a high value men are productive. And I've said it before. You cannot just be in the bed when he leaves. You got to get up in the morning and get stuff done too. So Mr. Black, I think we have a lot more in common than you may understand when it comes right down to it. But I get it. Most people just have a little time to go through somebody's platform. Here's what we're going to do, though. Here's what we're going to do. Hey! So shout out to Otasia. Shout out to Cornbread. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Otasia? Hello? I can. Your first name? What do you got for me?
She introduced me to, I guess, your YouTube channel and everything like a couple of days ago. So I've just been listening and just taking it all in. A lot of things that you say make a lot of sense.
But
I'm like, wow, light bulb moments.
But
okay, well, it's probably like really small and petty. The only part that I probably didn't disagree with was the part where you were saying that like women want to maintain jobs, like they don't want to get into tech or the sciences. I just kind of disagree with that part.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
You disagree with the fact that women don't want to get into sciences and tech?
Yeah, because like.
Okay, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. What are you basing that on?
Well, I base that on the fact that I've done studies in school that show that women face a lot of discrimination in those fields, which probably.
What do you mean? Hold on.
Uh-huh.
Before you get into the field, what must you do?
Become educated in it.
Right.
Okay.
So, what percentage of women are going into college and university in STEM?
I wouldn't know.
Well, you need to know because you say you disagree.
Well, I'm going based on like what I see at my own college. There's quite a few girls that are in STEM programs
But you're
and that
also,
are
but you got to understand that's called what? Anecdotal. How many? What state are you in?
Florida.
How many colleges or universities are in the state of Florida alone?
Like I believe like 1,000.
So, and you're talking about what happens on one campus.
All right, you're right. You got it.
Man, women don't go into STEM. So telling me about women face discrimination in STEM, I'm going to call complete BS in that. Because what happens is this whole feminist wage gap argument is complete BS. When women are lined up job by job, education by education, women actually out earn men at the same job titles, same experience levels.
Okay.
You can verify that yourself. See, why do you believe? Why do you need to believe that women don't go on? That women are being discriminated against and are being shunned out of STEM.
Well, I'm just going based off of like thesis that I've had in school and research papers that I've done. I'm not claiming that for a fact, just based off of like
But
research that I found.
and what research have you found?
Well, I wrote an entire research paper too, in fact, during my sophomore year about the wage inequality in the work field, specifically in law firms.
Hold on. Are you talking about the wage gap?
One was the wage gap, and one was specifically the discrimination Black women face in the workplace.
No. Say again. The wage gap, and the second was what?
The discrimination women feel in the workplace.
Okay. So you mean to tell me you did research that tells you women, when you line up a woman, education by education, job by job, there's a 70 cents on the dollar wage gap.
Yes, there's
That's
plenty of
bullshit.
Like,
No, man. Here's the thing. That has been okay, ma'am. I'm sorry, but that is just patently false. What you're basically saying is a woman who's out of school as an engineer, 5 years in the field, is making 70 cents on the dollar to her male counterpart. And that is 100% false. And I challenge you to produce the thesis that you wrote. Email it to me. I'll read it. Send it to me. Because this has been debunked countless times.
Okay.
But you're still pushing this stuff. What do you do?
I mean,
what do you do for a living?
I'm self-employed and I run a business with my mom.
What do you do for a living?
I run a business with my mom.
What do you do for a living?
Like what kind of business am I in?
Yes, ma'am, it's not a trick question.
Okay. Finance. We have like a tax preparation and
what's your degree in?
Psychology.
Danger zone!
You can't make it up, gentlemen. Why did
I get that?
Why didn't you go into STEM?
Well, that's not what I was interested in.
Oh, why? Why not? It pays more money.
Agreed.
Oh, but you knew. But you did a research paper on it, but you weren't compelled enough to go do it yourself.
Unfortunately, I was.
All right, and again, and what did I tell you guys about psych chicks?
Oh Lord, what did you say about?
Well, you need to go watch the shows, but you've just proved it again.
Oh Lord. I guess I gotta go watch
But
what you said about.
why aren't you working in psychology?
Well, I want to pursue my master's and get into like marriage and couples counseling.
Get into what counseling?
Marriage and couples counseling.
I'm a PhD.
What's the longest relationship you've been in?
Like a year and a half, 2 years.
How long ago was that?
Over a year and a half ago.
Why didn't you get married?
He wasn't a high value man. He stole from me.
But you decided to keep opening your legs to him.
Yeah. Bad judgment call.
Of course. So why should somebody pay you to be a counselor if you pick criminals and you're unmarried?
Well, I didn't know he was a criminal.
But after you knew he was a criminal, did you break it off that day?
Well, yeah. After I found out he stole from me, of course.
That day, y'all were done.
Yes.
Did you file a police report?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. So why not? He stole from you, right?
Yes.
He broke the law. Why didn't you file a police report?
Well, the first thing I tried to do was call my bank.
Why didn't you file a police report?
I didn't think it was something I could file a police report on.
Why?
Honestly. Because I figured if we live together, like, who's gonna just take my story on, oh, my boyfriend stole money from
Where
me.
was the money at?
It was on my debit card.
Is he an authorized signer on your account?
No.
And you're an educated woman, right?
Yes.
And you want to give people advice, but you didn't even go seek to file a police report about fraud?
Well, the first thing I tried to do was talk to my bank, and my bank basically told me, being that he knew my PIN number and was able to withdraw funds from my account.
Did you give him your?
That wasn't considered.
Did you give
fraud.
it? Yes, it is. Why didn't you file a police report? And then why didn't you sue him in court?
I should have. I thought about it. I didn't want to go through that.
Of course not.
process.
Of course not. But yet you want to talk about how bad of a person he is. But yet you ladies never want to do what you need to do.
You're right.
See, you would do it better off, ma'am, just listening to what I have to say. And the things you disagree with, just deal with it.
Okay.
Because you're telling me that somebody stole from you and it apparently was enough for you to break up with him, but you didn't want to file a police report to sue him.
I should have. I thought about it.
And you still complaining about it?
I mean, I got over it. I moved past
Really?
it.
How long? So what's your current boyfriend think about it?
I don't have a current boyfriend.
I wonder why.
Was that a question for me to answer?
Yeah, I wonder why. You don't have a current boyfriend? I'm sure you got over it and there's no trust issues with men.
No, I definitely have trust issues with men.
Exactly. Which is why you don't have a current relationship. And you're the psych chick.
I mean,
Why'd I do that? Because it's always a black man's fault. It's always his fault. I don't believe anything she was telling me. I believe she gave him that pen. I believe she gave him access to the account. But just like, unfortunately, like in relationships, when it goes bad, women always claiming abuse and theft and all this other kind of stuff. It's always the worst thing, but you don't see these women ever go file police reports, take it up the legal matter, but they just want to use it as a club to justify why. I'm tired of hearing you guys talk about this shit. If you're not going to follow through with it, shut up. You heard what she said. She want, what do you do for a living? I'm a business owner. Another boss, right? Yeah. All right. Then we finally got out. Well, I do taxes and everything, but you went to school for psychology. And then when it's all said and done, you want to be in psychology, go get a master's, and then you want to be a couples counselor. Man, anyway. She would have actually said I filed a police report. That would have been something to talk about. Do 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 do. You know, show you. Do do do. Do do do. You need to unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Oh yeah, you're a huge fan, sir. Right? Nope. Boop. Uh huh. Do 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 do. Uh huh. I'm a huge fan. Right. See, young lady, understand something. You came in here with those feminist talking points that women are oppressed. See, this is the birth of the eternal seven. Finding issues with men. What are you doing in college writing a paper about a wage gap to where you say that you wrote a paper and you didn't find out that the wage gap was a bogus argument when line up men and women with similar experience and similar job titles? This has been debunked thousands of times. It's to the level of client global warming deniers. But women like her need men to be the villain. And you want to counsel other women? You want to counsel couples? No, thank you. All right. So here we go. Here we go. Is this the problem in relationships? And here's the question I have. Is this the problem? And this is a black relationship thing. You heard 20 minutes of this black woman here in Atlanta talking about all high value black men either don't exist, or if they do exist, they're in jail. That the reason she picked criminals is because that's all that was left. And I'm just like, at what point, what has to happen for women like her to just say stop? Just stop blaming men. And look in the mirror and say, what is it about me that keeps attracting ain't crap dudes? What is it? What is it about you that keeps attracting ain't crap dudes? And see, you and the younger ladies, 18 to 30, 18 to 25, let me talk to you guys. The reason this high value thing is taking off so much is because you women 18 to 25, you're hearing this. And you actually are in an age where you can do something about it. Women 26 and above, well, in particular,
Danger zone!
they're past the point to where they can really do anything about it. All they can do is sit back and say, damn, it's not fair. I missed my time frame. I didn't know this knowledge. And then the first thing they want to start doing is saying, well, guys don't really want that. High value productive men do not want large women. I am sorry, they do not. Don't want large women. Don't want them. 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 Is your audio clear? No? Did you see the what did it say in the show? Right. Right. But it said ladies join the show. Well, I got ladies, I got other women in, but when I do the guys show, you're more than welcome to call back. All right. Thank you. Bye bye. All right, guys. See, all right. Here's what I want to do. All right. Woosah reset. Any ladies that disagree, think that I'm off base, now is your chance to call in. It's your chance to call in. You don't even have to get on camera. That's fine. But I will not be, but I know what I'm talking about. And I keep it very focused in my area. I'm an image consultant, life coach, salesperson, business person. I stay in the relational lanes. Look, high value men, productive men, ambitious men are cut from the same cloth. And while you may not like what I talk about as high value, you take it as a cross section and you overlay it on any society, in any period of time, and you will see the men of higher value rise to the top. It is that simple. We want it to be more complicated, but it's really not. It's really not that complicated. I don't see why you guys are calling in. I'm not asking you guys to call in. Oh, Lord. What are you two guys? I got time tonight. Because here's the thing. I understand that some men will disagree on the subjective things, but what I don't understand is I do understand when if you're not a competitive man, this argument hurts, especially if you're over the age of 35. Because here's the thing, over the age of 35, you are pretty much where you are. Let's get into it. If you're over the age of 35 as a man, you've pretty much decided what you want to do from high school for the last going on 20 years. And it's hard to explain away a 2-decade gap on your resume. And it's hard to try to catch up and make up that kind of ground. So I hear guys talking about this pimp mindset. And this is a black people thing. We got to get over this pimp and hoe culture. I've never heard a productive, successful man, and here's the thing: I don't have any problems with the P's or that lifestyle, because the general people in that lifestyle don't come around and dealing with us squares. It's dudes over here who ain't in that lifestyle, who try to talk like they're in that lifestyle, who are just basic as hell, and you're not competitive, and you look at guys that I'm talking about and you're upset. You got a trick. Dude, you can't. And next week when we talk about old hoes and tricks, a lot of you guys are trying to make success and men with money. See, when you're a man of means, when you have resources, your time is more valuable than dollars. But see, a lot of you guys don't have enough dollars to understand that. You may have 500,000. You may have some stuff, but you don't have no serious long money, no money that's moving. And the problem is you talk about men who do, and you try to act like you're better than them. I cannot understand how you got so many basic, regular ass dudes trying to act like they're they can talk shit about men who are outperforming them on every metric of manhood, calling yourself masculine. And don't try to make this about a content creator. It's not that. Don't do that. these are words: alpha, masculine, and this and that. Okay, your audio's not there. No, your audio just went on. Nope, you cannot alpha your way through this shit. Your resume is your wallet, gentlemen. I say, you all these trick dudes lead with their wallet. Your wallet is your resume. And if your resume is driving for UPS at 40 years old, okay. Nobody's saying that's a bad thing, but stop trying to act like you're on a different level. Like I'm out here pimping them. Man, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, whatever. Dude, you're going to have to, who are you? Otasia. Yes, that's what I sense too. It's a lot of player hating, man. A lot of player hating. And that's funny to me. Oh, yeah, you're going to have to go ahead. Let's see who you are, dude. Mm-hmm. Do. Come on, ladies. Jump on. This is one thing I would say that, women tend to not do this. When a woman sees somebody that's actually outworking her, she tends to say, you won. Guys hate to admit that. Mm-hmm. There you go, dude. All right. You're stating that women 25 and up are doomed. Some us look younger than our age. Based off of what? What puts us in a danger? Yes, you're old for marriage. Let me talk to you, CD. Women over 25 are doomed. Yeah. When it comes to marrying a high value man, yes. High value men don't typically marry women who are above 25 years old. Nope. If you want to go get a regular average guy making $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a year, no, you're not doomed. You can find those all day long. And when you marry him and get pregnant, you're going to have to work after the 12 weeks of FMLA are over. You're not going to be able to take off work and quit work. Your income is going to be needed to keep the family in the middle class level. Your husband will not be able to afford to take care of you and 2 or 3 kids on $50,000, $60,000 an hour. A year. It's not going to happen. And you will, and the average black woman ain't going to want to live there because you're going to want to go get your nails did and your hair did. You're not going to like the lifestyle that comes with it. $50,000, $60,000 a year, family of 5. You're talking about 1 car. Paycheck to paycheck. So that's what that be. All right, why are you? That's what that be. Do. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know what it is. What is it? What's going on with you though?
Okay, so
No. I need to know what I need before we get into this. I just need to know what's going on with you, because you obviously have some sort of issue with my platform, my business, my panel, my something. That's fine.
Okay.
But
so that's why I called.
Go ahead.
All right. So I've been watching a lot of different channels, and I'm aware of the different platforms that come at you. And it's not you personally. So I think there's a lot of pandering on YouTube. And I know that every single content creator has their own niche and their own audience they seek to speak to. But I feel like it's causing a lot of confusion and chaos to people who watch. I mean, I honestly feel like, okay, so I don't follow like Pink Pill and stuff like that.
You don't what?
I don't follow like channels like Pink Pill and Chrissy. I'm not, and I don't even do level up channels either, but I'm interested in like the male point of view as far as like the women that they seek and what they look for. So I follow a lot of like male channels, and I'm just not satisfied with what I'm seeing. I feel like it's pandering. I feel like it's causing like a false sense of
But why do you,
reality.
okay, but here's the thing. I got to be honest. Why is this your business?
It's because I'm interested. First
Okay,
of all,
okay, hold on, stop. I'll let you speak. Okay. And on several times, I've allowed you to come onto the show, and you send me all kind of messages. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not gonna jump through hoops to try to prove myself to you. That's out.
Okay.
I don't know who you think you are or why you think I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't need to prove myself to you. But apparently there's something over here to where you keep coming back. Why? Why is this your business?
A lot of people who watch your channel constantly like either message me or talk to me, or I saw you on such and such channel. And
but nobody's seen you. Nobody has seen you since the one show you did. And
I still have people who talk to me to this day.
Okay, well but I need to understand this. You don't like what I say.
Okay. But I don't like what you say sometimes. There's some things that I agree with.
But okay. Why don't you just admit the fact that you like being over here?
No.
Well, if you didn't, you wouldn't. Why do you come over? Okay, ma'am, you come over here and you spend you've even gone to the point of where you'll super chat to make sure I see your comment. So what is it? Because here's the thing. If you have a point of view and you think that I'm doing it wrong and all these other, why don't you go do it right? Why don't you go fix it? And then tell it, and then everybody can follow you, and since you have the right way of doing it.
I should start my own channel. You something? No, I feel like just like everyone else that gets to call and either voice their opinions, so should I. But I feel like
no. This is not a democracy. Make no mistake. See, that's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong. Everybody does not get to call in. I have a limit on how many times I let someone call. I don't just continue to dispense free advice. And I've talked to you multiple times, but the thing is, I've never said it, but you message me often. You message me on other platforms. You send me inboxes, videos, and I'm like,
hey, Kevin,
why?
Kevin, you're not inside pay me as a stalker. That's not.
I'm not painting you as okay, ma'am. First of all, check that shit. I didn't paint you as a stalker. I just said you don't like my platform, yet you continue to contact me about stuff.
So first of all,
no, you're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. I'm not painting you as anything. I said you don't like my platform. You don't like what I have to say, and you're not. But you seem to continue on a dialogue with me, and I'm not going to change what I do.
Okay, Kevin. Now, can I?
Oh, go ahead. No, you're talking. You're talking. You're doing all the finger stuff to the camera. You need to unmute yourself.
Right. I'll calm down.
Yeah, you're gonna calm down because that's not gonna work here.
Okay. All right. Fine.
Go ahead.
The first time I called into your show, I was intrigued by some of your videos. I watched I think maybe 4 videos back to back, and I was intrigued. Okay. There are some things that I do like, some things that I don't like, but I wasn't just turned off. I tune in to topics that I think are interesting and I watch. However, what happened when I called in was I was bashed. I had no idea that some of the people in your chat were so
okay. Let me stop you right. I need you. I don't.
And that's what
I don't like that. Okay. First of all, ma'am, I need you to understand something. That word, I have a problem with that word. You have opinions and you're not a shrinking violet. You give just as good as you get. I've seen some of the stuff you've written in my chat room, so don't play victim.
Okay.
Number two, that comment section is a free for all. It is an open bazaar. I do not control who comes in and out of the 4,221 people. So if you don't like it, the only way anybody would be able to communicate with you is if you raise your hand and talk.
Okay.
So you come to a place and stir the pot and then complain or get upset with the response. That's rich.
I don't try to stir the pot.
Yes, you do. I've read your comments. I have blocked you because I know because I've seen some of Mimi. You're not innocent. So my thing is, if you don't like the treatment, why do you come back?
First of all, because you blocked me for like no reason.
Oh, I don't need. No. See, that's where you're wrong again. What made you think this was a democracy? I blocked you for a reason. I did, and let me tell you the reason I blocked you. Because you come in here starting issues and then getting upset with the response. And then when I look back, first let me just be honest, man. I'm doing this because this is content right now, but I don't have time to deal with your issues with YouTube. I'm not getting paid to deal with your issues. If you don't like it, don't talk to nobody. But you're not going to sit there and send me emails and long messages telling about who said something in the chat room and da. You ain't paying me.
Okay, Kevin, I get it. This, you can't control your audience. And I'm not a big YouTube watcher. And it took for me to go to other channels and watch other things to realize that this is how YouTube is. I'm not a YouTube guru. I don't really have time to watch YouTube. I've just started watching it during the pandemic. So excuse me if I'm an amateur. I'm learning that.
No, it's not a problem being an amateur. The problem is you want special treatment.
I don't want special treatment.
Ma'am, okay, let me explain to you. You're not the only woman of your caliber, your income level, even your appearance who watches me. But you are the one who stands out like a sore thumb, demanding the most attention. You may be successful. You may be attractive, but I will tell you, I have women who are far higher, far hotter, far more, who just sit back, lay back in the cut and let things be what it is. And I try to make the room for everybody. But it's like you want special attention. And here's the thing. Why? Why do you want special attention from me?
Okay, Kevin.
You don't need to keep saying my name.
Because I'm trying to get your attention. First of all, after your show, I did actually go and schedule a counseling session for my son and I. We've been doing it and it's been great. So I have not had the chance to thank you. I've seen tremendous improvement.
So you took my advice.
I got counseling. Yes.
Okay. So, but I also recommended that you book a session with me too.
Because the session that you wanted with me is more like my issues with, I guess, dating and stuff. And
No, ma'am. No. What I want you to do is pay for the time you want. The time you want to talk to me, you need to pay for it like everybody else. It's not dating, ma'am. Okay. No, ma'am. I refuse to allow you to do that. The session you can book is a customizable, billable hour. It's just you send me messages and you communicate with me like we know one another. I don't know you. You're a stranger who called into my show one day, and I talk to strangers all the time, but you want special treatment. It's very much diva-esque. Now, for a point in time, I thought it was kind of humorous, kind of funny, but after continuing, I'm like, this is not cool. That's why I blocked you. And then even if I didn't block you, I'm still getting the same behavior. So what is it that you want from me? How can I help you?
Whoa, okay.
What do you mean, whoa? Anyway. You're on my show. Use whatever words you would like. What is it? What is the outcome you would like to see?
When I came onto the show, you were talking about, you constantly start your shows now with people who bash you. I just wanted to voice my opinion about the different sectors.
I don't
or the
start my
different-
show like that, man. Please don't do that.
Well,
That is
you
not.
have
Just
been
tell me what you
some
want,
of-
the outcome you want.
I just wish that there needs to be some type of real advice given to these young men. Because
Yeah,
I
well,
feel
I'll
like
tell
they're
you
all-
what. The advice, and that's what I don't. That's what I disapprove of women like you. You just said you took my real advice, and it worked, right? Yes or no?
I can't hear you.
Yeah, you just took my real
I
advice.
can't hear you.
You should be able to hear me. You took my real advice.
I can't hear you.
Yeah. So this is.
I can't hear you.
Don't know what your problem is. See, here's what it is, guys. A lot of times people just want special treatment, man. There's nothing wrong with my audio. It's with yours. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Go ahead. Can you hear me now?
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
No, can't.
Put you back in the waiting room and come back in, because I'm going to get this settled tonight. Get this shit settled tonight. Unmute yourself. Go ahead.
Okay. Sorry. All right. Anyways, so
But I said you want women to get real advice. I mean, and that's the problem I have. I gave you real advice that you acted on and it helped, correct?
yes, but
All
it's
right.
not
So
just women.
no. Did you have to pay for that advice?
No.
Right.
But
But it still helped. And that's what I do on this show. I don't give ongoing consultative advice. So focus on what I've done for you. I've talked to you and I've helped you. But what is it you want? It's like you want me to fix the freaking world.
No, I don't. If you want me to book an hour with you,
I
right now,
won't
do it
take
right
your
now.
money, ma'am. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay,
I do not
exactly.
want you
All
to
right,
book
so
a
that's
session.
not what
I just want to get this cleared up because you seem to have a particular thing with me and I don't understand what it is.
Watching your show. I'm watching your show like everyone else.
But you're not like
That's
everyone else.
Okay, Kevin, or Mr. Samuels. I'm just address you as that. Why not? I have an opinion like everyone else. I think that there's too many channels that's like painting all the different pictures and everybody's confused.
Then don't watch them.
Like seriously.
Then don't watch them. And don't come. Then that's fine, ma'am. You're entitled to your opinion. Then what you should do as an intelligent businesswoman is you should not come back to those places. YouTube is a vast ocean of content. And you're not going to stop. Okay. It's like you want to, I mean, I'm sorry, ma'am, but you sound very controlling and exert that control in your own life because you're not going to control 4,000 some odd people on YouTube.
Anybody.
I am speaking. You're not going to control what me as a grown damn man do or what anybody else does on YouTube. You control what you do and what you put out. That's it. You are voluntarily coming onto these platforms and interacting with people and then complaining about or having issue with the interactions and the content. Stop coming if you have an issue.
You're basically telling me to not do what everyone does on YouTube.
No, everybody on YouTube. No. Everybody on YouTube does not sit around and stamp their feet and demand to be heard. I'm doing this finally because I'm tired of. Okay, do you want me to go there? Because everybody on YouTube. I'm just gonna say everybody on YouTube. Do you really want to? Do you really want to go there? Everybody on YouTube. I don't have everybody on YouTube sending me email after email after DM after DM after this after that, talking about the issues you speak. Shut up, hush. Talking about the issues you're saying. I'm not saying you want something romantically from me. I'm not trying to even imply that. But I'm saying is, ma'am, you don't pay for my time. I've said but before, respect my inbox. Everyone else seems to be, it seems like other women can respect my boundaries. You have not paid for my time, and nor do you respect my boundaries. So this will be the last interaction we have, because it's apparent that you have something going on that I cannot address, nor am I qualified, nor should I want to. Again, the outcome you want is YouTube to be a better place, in your opinion. It's not going to be. Go to those areas or go make your own platform.
All right. Are you done trying to put me on blast?
You know what?
Was that your whole purpose?
You know what? I would tell you this.
Embarrass a pretty girl on YouTube.
You call yourself pretty, but whatever.
Uh,
I'm trying not to go there, but you're not making it easy.
I do. Okay.
Yeah, go take it up with your boyfriend. I don't have time. I don't have time.
I don't
go take it up with your man. Get the fuck on. Woo-wee! Y'all don't know. You just don't know. Oh, you still blocked. No wonder she called in. Jumped in here. So the entitlement is outrageous, right? I know. Who says you're pretty? Wow. You played yourself. All right. So, next up, and see, this is why I don't date women over a certain age. Who wants to deal with that? This is why you don't date women over a certain age. Who wants to deal with that? Who wants to deal with that? Light her up in the chat room. Free fire her. She has done it for herself. You deserve everything you're getting now, ma'am. You're not a victim. Insane, ladies, and I'm seeing the ladies light you up. So it ain't the men. It ain't the men bashing and men hating. No. Unmute yourself. Do. Oh. I can see I control him I know. Wow. So guys, do me a favor. Everybody, you want to really piss off? Throw $1 in the super chat. You really want to piss off? Throw $2 in the super chat. Throw $2 in the super chat and put like the pacifier, the crybaby symbol in there. You really want to piss off? Just put $1 in there. If everybody put $1 in there, be like with the crybaby or the lipstick or some heels or something. Divas, boss chicks. Oh, wow. Hello. Come on. You're going to have to speak or you got to go. I can. What's your first name? I'm good. What do you got for me?
Males, and they have similar perspectives. So it's nice to hear a male perspective. In regards to the young lady that was just here, King, I would recommend that you don't waste your time and energy on people that are here to distract you from your mission. I will say that I watched your videos over the last 2 days, and there were some of the things that were really hard for me to swallow, honestly.
Why? Such as what?
I mean, It was because I realized I had to do a lot of self-reflection. I don't really want to call myself out, but
Okay, I'm
there
not. I'm
were a
not
lot.
gonna ask you to call yourself out. I'm just really trying to
Yeah,
understand what was hard
there
to.
were some things that were hard to swallow, not because you necessarily did anything wrong, but because I had to do some reflecting on self.
Okay.
Um, so it really, some of the things opened my eyes to hear it from a man, and then also read the comments and things like that, and really just check myself. And I realized that
Would there have been any way that I could have said it that would not have made it hard to swallow?
yes, but I think that we are in a society, like our society, especially Black America, we have become very socialized into emasculating our men.
Hmm.
And I'm not in the business of telling a man how to be a man or how to deliver whatever message he has to deliver. I feel like we ask white America to do that for Black people in general, and then Black women ask Black men to do that. And then we want an alpha male, or we want a strong male or a leader, but we tell him how to deliver what he delivers. So I'm of the opinion, if something doesn't resonate with you, if it doesn't fit, then you must have quit. So for
Well,
me,
thank you
I'm
for
not
at
going to
least
tell
being
you how to
honest about it.
deliver.
Thank you for at least being honest about saying you want black men to be step in the gap and lead, and then get upset when they do it the way men do it. So, I mean,
Right.
was it?
I don't agree with everything, but I'm not going to tell you how to do
Well,
you, because
you
the way
shouldn't
you're
agree with
doing you,
everything. You shouldn't agree with
right.
everything. But like I do know some of the things about weight and about children, especially children. Children is a particular hard one
Hmm.
because you can't undo that. You
Right, right.
um, but it doesn't change. I mean, and the funny thing is, I'm speaking from personal experience plus uh, men I know. I've been a stepfather,
Right.
and I know what it's like to have a stepchild removed from you. And it's like, I don't think a lot of women, especially in the black community, really put themselves in the men's positions and understand why men are so um, hesitant to um, to commit to black women. It's not as though they
Right.
don't want to, though, and that's the thing I wanted to dispel. I wanted to dispel the fact that men don't want to commit. They're just don't see how they can.
Right. And so that for me was really to see your platform, not only to hear you, but to listen to some of the comments and to listen to some of your callers over the last few days. Like I said, I'm very new, so I'm kind of ignorant to all of your content. But what was resounding for me was that there are a lot of brothers that feel the same way. And for me, I very much prefer Black men. And I, in the past, caught myself on this whole mindset of, oh, Black men don't want Black women. They, or I would feel a certain way when I saw Black men with other women, because I refuse to date anything other than a Black man. I could not, I just couldn't
So
do
you
it.
felt that black men did not want black women, like
I mean, for a point, I did feel like that, because I am so recently, not just you, but I would say over like the last couple of months, I've been doing a lot of work on self. And I used to be one of those women that was like, oh, well, I'm educated, I'm independent, I have this, I have that. I wouldn't say it, but it definitely was somewhere subconsciously in my mind.
mm-hmm.
That I'm like, I think I definitely put a higher value on myself than I probably should have. Not saying that I shouldn't value myself or have self
Yeah,
love,
but just
but I definitely wasn't being as I definitely wasn't reflecting on self enough. So
well,
I'm single, I don't have children, I'm college educated, am self-employed, but I'm by no means a boss. I
right.
struggle just like everything else,
Well, one of the
like
best,
many other
I
people.
would say this, and I get to other calls. One of the easiest things for women in your position to do. Do you have any kids?
I don't have any children.
If you have no, the best thing that any woman in your position can do is to stay fit.
And that's something that I've been working on. So I lost like 100 pounds in the last year. So
Ooh.
it's been crazy. No surgery, no pills, no nothing. Just like intermittent fasting, working
Okay.
out. I did like $10,000 worth of dental work. Like I've really been working on my appearance, my wardrobe, my finances. And one of the things that I've been having a problem with is that it's like people I was choosing like low hanging fruit, hanging out in the wrong places because I had a really bad self esteem at one point because of my weight. And then when I started working on those things, I noticed that people were like, "Oh, well, who do you think you are?" or
Oh,
things of
your
that
female
nature.
friends?
Female friends and even guy friends would say little things,
Well,
uh,
men and women can't truly be friends. And if you done all this weight work, you're going to hold a mirror up to your friend's face. But here's the thing: do you like who you see in the mirror better now than you do 12 months ago?
oh, absolutely, but I still know I have work to
But
do.
keep going down that path is my point. See,
Right,
you've done
absolutely.
12 months worth of work when a lot of people are still in the same place. But I appreciate you calling in. I got more people to get to, sis. Thank you for that, though.
No problem. I just wanted to just tell you that I appreciate what you're doing, and I don't think I think you spend too much time on somebody that's negative. I just will humbly recommend that if somebody is taking you off your target, not to even spend that much time and
There's
energy.
always a method to my madness, sis. Thanks a lot.
Okay, I appreciate you. Have a good
Bye bye.
evening. Peace.
Yeah, there's always a method to my madness. There's a method to my madness. People needed to hear that so they understand that brothers aren't always. I need you to unmute yourself. Hello. How are you? What you got for me?
3 or 4 episodes over the last like couple of weeks.
Okay.
Coming in, I was aware of, the whole movement of Black women getting back into their femininity, etc. But some of the rest of the stuff that you said kind of went beyond and past that. And I will admit as well, my feelings were hurt, very hurt,
What's that?
because of some of the categories that I kind of fit in.
Okay. Did it?
And go
Okay.
ahead.
Was it hurtful that I said it, or was it hurtful that you're in these categories?
I think it was hurtful, like just the realization that I'm in these categories because I had never really heard anyone put it like that before. And then, it kind of hits you with the realization that, okay, yes, I may have wasted time in my 20s and my 30s, et cetera, pushing my career. So I agree with a lot of, what you're saying, but then there's some things that I just still just can't, I guess,
Such
buy
as,
into.
such as.
Um, that women can't be career oriented and be a quote unquote boss and still balance with femininity and be successful kind of
Okay.
in a
Well, let's
relationship.
talk. Let's talk about it. Women cannot.
Um,
Women cannot balance femininity with boss having a career and what else?
uh, and being successful in a relationship,
Okay. So how many
balancing the
women
two.
how many black women do you know who are feminine, bosses, married successfully?
I'd say maybe a handful.
You know them personally.
Yeah,
Are they married to black men?
yes.
And what do they tell
So
you
I
about?
wouldn't say it's a whole bunch, but like a handful.
Right.
Um,
Now, what so out of a handful, why do you think it's only a handful? Why isn't it the majority?
I can honestly say I do think Black women need to get back into their femininity, but I still just question, do we have to necessarily give up that masculine energy part of us that allows us to go give up to chase our careers, chase our dreams, chase
Okay,
our
let's talk about
ambitions?
careers. My position is most women don't have careers. You have jobs.
Okay.
Um,
That I don't fall into that category.
I
So
said most women. I didn't say
yeah,
okay, but what do if you look at the jobs that women hold? The top two employers of black women are the federal government and retail.
correct.
Those are not careers; they're jobs. If you look
Okay.
at the top six positions held by black women, the only people that are lower are Hispanic women, and that's because they do a lot of domestic work. A lot of times, black women will self-aggrandize stuff that's not calling themselves bosses, and they're just a one employee. They're sole proprietorship. You're not a boss. You have a business. You don't see many plumbers calling themselves boss dudes. They have a plumber. So why? Okay. The issue with do you want? Okay. Would you like to be married?
I would, yes.
Would you like to have children?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant?
Honestly, for me, I'm open to either way just because I've
I'm asking you
amassed
what
enough
you want.
capital,
Now, I'm asking you what you want, not what you're open to.
probably for a time, maybe the first like year or so, and then I'd be willing to go back into the job, well, not
How,
job force, but
how many
back
children do you
into the
want?
economy. One is good for me at this point,
Oh,
due to my age.
no. One child? That's a horrible thing to do to a kid. I'm an only child. That's a horrible thing to do to a kid. Raising an only
Okay,
child? How old are you?
I'm 39.
Okay. Um, so, um,
I
but,
will, for the record, say that I have my eggs frozen, so this whole danger zone stuff doesn't quite apply to me.
well, it still does. No, you're past danger zone. It's no man's land.
Right. But I
So,
took precautions ahead of time
okay,
for
but
that.
so have you known you wanted to be married for a long time?
Yes.
So why have you waited so long?
Um, I think part of that I'll take 50% blame on myself and 50% I put on the men that I've dated in the past probably weren't ready.
You mean the men you've chosen to spend your time with?
Yes.
See how that's I reframed that. You said the men you've dated, and I said no, the men you've chosen because you're a
Which is
professional woman,
accurate. I did choose them.
right? Because you're a professional woman. So if you've
Correct.
known what you wanted and you're almost 40, your life is proven that you can't have what it is you say that you have a problem with me saying. You can't have it. And I'm here to tell all you women, you cannot have it all. Life is about choices and trade-offs, which is why you had to freeze your eggs because of choices you made.
Correct.
So I'm not being hurtful or disingenuous. Men know we can't have it all, and you women think you can have it all. And you cannot be a boss and be feminine and have a family and have all the upside and no downside. Who's gonna raise
I
your
would
who's
I
okay?
wouldn't necessarily say that there's going to be a downside. I think everybody knows that
Oh,
there's a
not really.
downside to
Okay.
everything.
Do you know
There's
anybody with children?
trade-offs. Yes.
All right. So you wouldn't mind going back to work. So after your child is 1 or 2 years old, where's that child going to be?
It's either going to be daycare or nanny.
Okay. And how much is daycare for a 1 or 2 year old?
Average daycare prices is about $675 a month.
Excuse me?
Average daycare
For
cost per
for an
child
for
is
an imp,
600.
for an infant?
That's across all age ranges. So you
Yeah,
have
you don't know. No,
6 weeks to 5 years old.
now 5. No, you need that's closer to $2,000, man. It's not 675. It's higher than that. Much higher than that.
Actually, this is the industry that I'm in, so I kind of know the figures on that.
All right. So let's take the numbers you're in. Okay, but I also had children too, so with respect. I mean, I'm not trying to have a pissing
Well,
contest
I'm
here.
just talking.
But
I'm
let's just
talking
but at the end of the
national
day,
average.
you would be working and someone else would be influencing your child in the developmental years.
Yes, I have no problem with that.
Okay, well, it's part of the problem we have right now because if you're in the industry, you know how important those tender years are.
Well, that's exactly why you vet someone that's can carry out the proper influence that you want.
Well,
So, and I think a lot of
oh,
it, and
there's a
correct me
there's a
if I'm
theory
wrong.
there's a theory part of it, but then there's a reality part of it.
Okay.
How long have you owned your own business?
So I just started a company 3 months ago.
And what did you do before you started this company?
Lead software engineer at a marketing agency.
All right. So if you were to get married, your husband would need to make how much?
My range is probably like the bottom of that is probably like 80 not because of an income, like not dollar amount, but looking at quality of living. So I'm the type of person where I do like to
$80,000.
travel,
Okay, hold on.
go do
$80,000.
things.
Hold on. $80,000. What percentage of American men make $80,000 plus?
I would say that's probably maybe around 25 to 30%.
15.
Okay.
So half the men. So half. And what do those men want from a woman? Do they want a woman who's 40?
I think it depends on the individual.
Of course, it always. Oh, okay, ma'am. That always depends
I
on the
mean,
individual. It
right.
always depends on
Generally
the individual,
speaking,
but the more money a man makes, the more he wants. So
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Just listening to your channel, this is the first time that I've heard anybody, give that opinion that men, in that income bracket on up don't want 40-year-old women.
well,
And so,
are
and I
you?
say that because
But you're 39. All you have to do is know one thing that look at Hollywood. Look at men with money. And what do men with money, who do they pick after they have money? Do they pick older women? Do they pick women who are overweight? Or do they pick young, hot women? See, what I'm saying has always been there. We just don't like it. We just don't talk about it because women spend most of the dollars in advertising, and most media coddles you.
so you're talking about celebrities and
No, I'm
things like
talking.
that. Yeah.
I'm talking about men. Period. Men.
Okay.
Period.
So the men that I see from my purview, my perspective, I work in an industry where I'm around a lot of six-figure men, high six-figure men,
Uh huh.
working with software engineers,
Great.
and they're not picking young,
Hold
hot
on. Slow
women.
your roll, ma'am, because they're my clients. Have you ever asked
Okay.
these men what kind of women they want?
No, I haven't asked
Well,
them, but
then that's the
working with a
point. But
lot
see,
of them, I've seen their
let me stop you
wives.
right there. I have, because they're my clients. See, you ladies get this confused because you work with them. You think you know them. You know an employee. You don't know what he wants from a woman, but I tell you this. No man wants an older, overweight woman. The more money a man makes, what was it, Chris Rock? A man's only as faithful as his options. So the thing I'm saying, a lot of you women you can see it with your own eyes, but it never put two and two together. But have you ever asked yourself, why is a woman with my education, my background, my drive, and all this other kind of stuff unmarried? Or women like you? Take you out of the equation. Or women like you? Have you ever asked that question?
I have. I think the answer that I'd settled on would still deal with around the femininity issue and not, just like you said, being agreeable and
Well,
things of that
I would tell
nature.
you first, and I would tell you more than anything else, in Black America, it comes down to weight.
Okay.
How much does the average black woman weigh?
Um, so I've seen your answer to this yesterday. So I think you said somewhere around 175, 80 pounds.
No, the average black woman weighs closer to like 190 pounds.
Okay.
But have you ever asked any of the guys you date? Have you ever been proposed to?
I have not been proposed to, no.
Okay. What's the longest relationship you've ever had?
5 years.
Why didn't you marry that guy?
He was cheating on me.
In year one?
Years 2.
And you knew it
And
in year 2?
I found out in year 2.
But you stayed for 4 more years.
We got back together off and on. So I would say it was a
You said
period
5
off and on
years.
of
You
5
said
years.
5
Yeah.
years. So I'm just going on your math. In year 1, but year 2, you found out he was cheating. You stayed for another 3 years.
I
Did
did
he
give
make more money
him
than you?
a sec. At that time, no.
Okay. All right. So I get why a lot of the things I say are harsh, because the reality is looking a lot of you women dead in the face. The men don't care about your income, your education, your career, your bossness, your divaness, and any of this stuff until the attractiveness is there. Then the femininity has to be there. Then the submissive and cooperativeness has to be there. Then all this other kind of stuff. But unfortunately, far too many of our women don't pass the fitness test. And that is something that 100% of them can deal with, but they don't. I mean, you're a plus size woman, right?
Yes, I am.
When was the last time you were like an actual healthy weight?
I'd probably say about 5 years ago.
And how much did you weigh then?
180.
Man, that's not a healthy
well,
weight. That's no man.
you say it's not.
Don't tell me. Don't. I'm the image consultant. If you're the, come on. Sorry, you cannot. How tall are you?
I'm 5'6".
That. Go ahead, make your case. I'll go ahead and counter.
So the case that I was going to make is that yes, there's the BMI. We all understand that. However, they're still healthy from a perspective of what do your medical doctors tell you.
So you mean to tell me? You mean to tell me your medical? You mean to tell? So you mean to tell me as a nurse? You mean to tell me that a medical? I want to be clear. You mean to tell me medical doctor? I need. Hold on. Listen to the question.
You didn't let me finish telling you what.
Everybody's individual. I'm not just talking about BMI, man. How about this? Forget you individually. Should a woman weigh more than a man in her? Are you looking at YouTube?
I'm watching the screen.
Okay. Should a woman weigh more than should a woman weigh more than a man at her height?
Probably not.
What do you mean probably? No. Come on, can we be honest?
No.
So why say probably?
Because I really never thought about
it. But okay, how about this? Take it away from human beings, okay? Where in nature are the female mammals larger than the male mammals?
Probably not existent.
Okay, ma'am, you're an educated woman, and every time you say probably, it's a red flag. It's like you're not being honest.
Well, I say probably because there's always edge cases.
But edge cases don't disprove the norm. See, you're the software engineer and technical woman, and you still don't even want to deal with the realities. A 5'6" woman at 180 pounds, the average man is 5'9.5", weighs 168 pounds. At 5'6", 180, you weigh more than a man. And then when you go look around at women of other races, do you see Asian women who are 5'6", 180?
No.
And that's what you said was a healthy weight. What's the most you've ever weighed?
Well, because you asked about me personally.
Right, but what's the most you've ever weighed? What's the most you've ever weighed?
The most I've weighed is 350.
Three what?
350, and I lost it.
Okay, so I get why this is hard, man, but okay, arguably, there is, unless you're telling me you had a medical condition, diagnosed thyroid, and my ex-wife had Graves' disease. So I gotta ask, why did you let yourself get to that almost 400 pounds?
So the truth behind that is childhood trauma, which I did had to go deal with. A lot of times, and what I do feel a lot of women don't like to admit is that the root cause of their overweightness is trauma, especially trauma stemming from like family of origin, etc., that has been left undealt with, that we do need to go seek therapy for.
I don't doubt that there is a lot. I always talk about therapy on my channel, and mental illness is a big thing, but ma'am, come on.
No, I know. I totally agree with you on that point.
So, but what I need you to understand is, as weight has increased with Black women, so has marital rates.
Mm-hmm.
No one, and I get pegged as a asshole for pulling the truth out of women that you guys don't like to talk about. There was for whatever, there's no way to look around and say, I should be that way. And there's
No,
and let me
definitely not.
finish. And there's and just like their childhood traumas for women, there are childhood traumas for men too. But see, we don't give men excuses. The world tells men you ain't shit and you need to do better.
I agree.
So now you get somebody like myself coming along, just talking about observable facts, figures, data, statistics, things you can see with your own eyes. And a lot of women are saying it's hard. And I'm like, I would think living a life this way is harder. And I don't understand why women who live the lives that you guys live don't do something about it. Because you can see the outcomes. When you went to go freeze your eggs, you knew something was wrong.
Correct.
And you went to college. And after college, you saw other women getting married and moving on with their lives. And around 24, 25, you had to look around and start to see fewer and fewer single people. Well, maybe not black women, because black women stay single for a long time. So then you live in this alternate reality, and this is why I did that show yesterday. Divas, queens, and bosses. And what are the queens? The queens are the overweight, unattractive women. And the bosses were the disagreeable ones. You don't find many of those women who are married. So no, you can't be a queen and a boss and have a husband. No, man.
Yeah, I guess that's the I guess point of contention for me.
Why
that you can't go be ambitious and still, be married at whatever age.
Why is that a point of why is that a point of contention when men don't want it? Men don't will you at least accept that fact that men don't want that from women? Or do you not believe that?
No, I'm not going to say I don't believe it. I guess the question that's in my head is why, from an aspect of why wouldn't you want a woman that has aspirations,
because you're supposed to be
pursue her passion,
because because you're not here to do that. Were you raised in, are you religious?
I was raised in a religious home, but I'm not religious now. No.
Christian?
Yes.
Okay. When you were raised, what's a woman's purpose on this planet?
According to the Bible, to be a helpmeet.
That's your only purpose. A woman's purpose on this planet, Bible or not, is the man. Without us, you have no purpose. And see, what you're doing is you're at odds with reality. Let me finish. I'm sitting back, you're saying, well, you're at odds with the fact that men don't want what you have to sell. Men don't want ambitious, career-driven women who are overweight and unattractive. See, it's that combination. See, if you weren't, if a woman was not overweight and if a woman was, hold on, you can't overtalk me. If a woman was career-driven and ambitious, but she was also smoking hot, then she'd have fewer problems. But when you are ambitious and career-driven, overweight and or unattractive, that's too many struggles. And at the end of the day, you cannot, at the end of the day, ma'am, no woman can make men want you for your reasons. Do you want a broke man?
No.
Then how dare you sit back and try to question what men want when you say your lower floor is the top 15% of earners in this country? But see, you've been told that that's fine. See, that's a standard. But men can't have standards. And your life,
I guess I'm concerned that people, maybe even the younger women watching your channel, will be dissuaded from pursuing their passions and their
No, what they need to be
purpose.
dissuaded from
Well,
is getting, okay, what they need to be dissuaded from is getting to be 350 pounds. That's what they need to be getting dissuaded from. So you just want to get there, you keep acting like I'm talking about I want women to be airheads and dumb. I don't want them to be unattractive and overweight. How about we just get right down to it? That's your problem.
okay.
It's not your career. It's not all this other kind of stuff you keep trying to wedge me into. It's the fact that you allowed yourself to get to be the size of almost 3 adults. And I'm an asshole for saying that. And I don't understand why black women fight this so much. Black men have been saying for years, we don't want women who are masculine. We don't want women who are overweight. And we don't want women with weaves. And what do we get? Masculine, overweight women with weave or wigs. You keep giving that to black men and telling them take it. And they're not. You're going to the clinics freezing your eggs and wondering what the fuck is wrong with the men. You're the one going to the clinic freezing eggs. But I'm an asshole for saying that.
I didn't say that.
No, but that's the way it gets portrayed. So when a woman like you, when I say it, it doesn't matter how nice I say it, because I tried 11 million nice ways to say it, and you kept arguing and kept pushing and you still don't seem to understand the fact that men are visual, and men don't find women that are overweight or attractive, especially not successful men. No man really finds it. The only men that deal with women like that are men who have no options.
Okay.
So do you know that, or do you accept that to be truth?
I'm saying okay, just
Okay, so
that I understand what
so black women, you oftentimes talk about how skinny white girls are. Oh, they too skinny. They too skinny. I ain't being like, why are so many white women thin?
I can't answer that because I've never had that kind of conversation.
Why do you think white women are in gyms running? I mean, you know what I'm talking about, man.
I know what you're talking about, I guess, from a perspective of I have heard white women obsess over their weight.
Why?
Because
why?
Societal pressure.
Not societal pressure. Use the words, man.
Overweight.
It's not societal pressure. Use the words. It's the men.
Okay, yeah.
See, black women can't even tell the truth, man. You can't even tell the truth, man. This is getting to be sad. It's not societal pressure. White women want white men, and white men run the world. And these women are running to be competitive to get a man. Unfortunately, black women don't think they need a man. So you will let yourselves go to the point to where you become damn near men. You're bigger than men. And then when you can't get one, you turn around and ask, well, what's wrong with men? I'm educated. I'm this and that. You're not what they want. See, even Hispanic women, Hispanic men make less than black men, but even Hispanic women know what to give their men what they want. Why don't you black women just give black men what the French toast they say they want? Why don't you just do that?
Okay.
No, why? But why don't you?
I'm not necessarily too sure black women are raised with that purview.
I'm asking you. Why haven't you given black men what they want? How about you?
I say from the weight perspective, I've never thought about it in that aspect because I've dated people. So
You mean hold on, man. You mean because somebody would have sex with you?
No, don't get it twisted. I ain't no random.
I didn't say you were no random nothing. Are you okay, man? Don't get. Hold on, man. Hold on. First off, you need to understand who I am. Don't do that. I'm not trying to call you no random nothing. But are you trying to tell me you were a virgin and you had sexless relationships?
No, what
So the
I'm
point
saying is
is,
when people
listen, women's sexual psychology is this. A man who is a 3 on the scale from 1 to 10, if he lucked up and had sex with a woman who's at 9 or 10, a man knows that his value does not qualify him to start getting 9s and 10s. A woman starts to equate her value with being able to have sex with a man, but that's not where your value should be. It's on keeping a man and a husband. So when you say you've been able to deal with, date people, that's the lowest level. You're a sexual object, but no one is going to keep you, marry
So
you.
what I was going to say was that I think when people are able to secure dates and get in somewhat maybe long-term relationships, if you don't know it's a problem, you won't address it.
What do you mean?
So
Okay,
they're
secure dates,
not
but securing dates is dating
or
is dating is
securing
but is
boyfriends as
that the but
well.
is okay, but let's be honest, is that the and that's another part of the problem. Marriage is never really a goal for most black women. Thank you for admitting that. Boyfriend, a relationship, just somebody to have sexual access is enough for most black women. Just like the previous caller, I don't need to be married. That's how low a lot of black women have dropped their standards. I just need to have a title. Wife, I don't need that. Girlfriend will do. Even you said it.
Right.
Even you said it. A 5-year
Yeah,
relationship.
I'm
But the
acknowledging
thing
that
is,
in the sense
ma'am,
that
the
you
reason.
may not know it's a
But yes, you
problem
can,
because
ma'am.
you
Yes,
got
you
a
can.
boyfriend.
Yes, you can, because in the second year, when you found out that man was cheating on you, you stayed in the situation, and you stayed in this situation. But my thing is, if you had better men as options who were trying to court you to be with you or marry you, you wouldn't have stayed there. You cannot tell me you would have stayed with this guy if you actually had better options from higher value men. Yeah or nay?
Um,
Careful.
at the time,
Car-
no, because that was and part of that straddled my college years.
So
So
what does that mean? You mean if you actually had bona fide high value men trying to court you for a long term relationship and married you to stay with the cheating dude?
no, that's not what I'm saying at all.
That's what I'm
I'm
asking you.
saying,
That's what I'm asking
oh
you.
no.
So no, you wouldn't have stayed.
No, the answer is no. Yeah,
Ex-
to that specifically.
so my point is, you didn't have other options or better options. He was the best option you had. It was suboptimal, but it was the best. And why do you think that was? It's not because the men who are higher value wanted fit women. We're not going to get past this in Black America. 8 out of 10 Black women are overweight, and 80% are obese. We're getting to the point now to where Black women weigh more than the average Black man. A woman who's 5'4" weighs more than a man who's 5'4". A woman who's 5'7" weighs more than a man who's 5'7". It's getting so bad that now you're starting to double up on men. I'm going back to this 350-pound thing, man, because at 5'7", that's twice as much as a man and 3 times as much as a woman should weigh.
Absolutely.
So
That's why I started doing something about it.
And that's the thing. And let's take it away from you so it's not so personal. If women can't sit there and it's like Black women can look in the mirror and delude themselves and lie to themselves and say, I'm fine. I'm this and I'm that. I get women who are larger than that trying to approach me. I'm like, what in the hell do you think this is? But just that's because somebody somewhere had sex with her and she thinks, well, shit. And the sad part is you don't have men like me speaking. So it's unfortunately women like you, if you were in your late teens when you could have done something more effectively about it and possibly changed the outcome, it's just going on and on and on, and to the point to where it's really a foregone conclusion. Ma'am, you may have frozen your eggs, but would you be carrying the child or would you get a surrogate?
That's funny you ask. I do have the money to get a surrogate, and that's an option for me.
Well, it
Yeah.
has to be because of your and black women, sadly, your education hasn't made you better. Your income hasn't made you better. It's made you worse. These are all horrible options. Freezing eggs and surrogacy are not are like using an abortion clinic for birth control.
I think that's a strong comparison, but okay.
Oh, you don't? So you mean to tell me that this is what normal and healthy heterosexual couples should be doing, or is this like emergency level?
Um, I think that based on where someone is in their life and their individual
You keep
circumstances,
going.
that
You keep going
it
to
can
see.
be in.
You keep going.
But there
You
are
keep going. See. The
okay.
thing is,
I'll
you
say
get
this.
in order to
I'll say
make.
this.
And instead of saying, you know what, you're right, you got to go to an extreme, nuanced position. And this is what's so frustrating about so many black women. You will.
But I don't think those are the only conditions that allow
Is it
people to
the
take that extreme
should it be the
nuanced
norm?
position.
What I'm saying is
No,
going to get an abortion should not be the norm for
it's
birth.
not the
Excuse me.
norm.
Going to get an abortion should not be the norm in birth control. It should be some sort of female birth control, IUD patch, gel foam, and male birth control, vasectomy, condom, something like that, with a backup of plan B. That is far more of a logical, rational, reasonable birth control scenario than having raw, unprotected sex and then having to go get abortions. That was the example. So what I'm saying is your method, if what you've had to do became the method of having children, having to take eggs out of the woman's ovaries, freeze them, and then wait to have an available donor, and then take those eggs and either deposit them in that woman's womb or going to get another woman's womb. That is the same. It's the similar lineup.
I'm not saying
Don't
it's
get
normal.
lined up.
I'm saying it's an option for people who need it.
Okay, but you don't need it. You wouldn't need it. You see, that's the thing, man. And I try not to go there. You wouldn't need it if you would have gotten married at a healthy weight when you were younger. That's my point. Yeah, abortion is an option if you need it, but it should not be the option. And see, this whole exercise has been really telling because black women like yourself seem to be so confused and you can't understand it. And I'm like, ma'am, do you really feel like you're an agreeable person? An agreeable female?
I do feel like I'm an agreeable person. Just because I have a difference of opinion doesn't make me
Okay.
disagreeable.
Okay. Well, okay. And you know what? I can believe that. I've talked to plenty of black women enough to know that honestly, you guys think this is just a conversation. A lot of black women, like you said, really feel like this is just normal, and it's not. This is not how communication should go between men and women. And I've actually had plenty of men say, you know what? I would love for you to bring non-black women on the show one day and just let the non-black women just go back and forth and talk to them so you could compare and contrast. But I said, you know what? That would blow this channel up. Because this is what listen to what I need to say. Listen, I need to. Okay, you're still over talking me. I know you can hear me, but when I'm talking, you still gonna go. And see, that's
well, there's a lag. So,
but I know, but I can hear you, so you can hear me. There's a lag, but you can. That's not the problem. The problem is you're gonna overtalk a man, and that's part of our black condition because far too few black women really value or respect black men. There's a low level of contempt and a lack of respect for the black male image that is in most black women. It doesn't matter his educational achievement, doesn't matter what position the man has. You're a black woman, and I'm beneath you somehow. It's palpable.
I didn't say that.
You don't have to.
All.
You don't.
But I'm not purposely trying to talk.
I
over
didn't
you.
say
I'm, like,
you were.
It's hard when you're on Zoom and you're trying to look for your entrance to kind of have an opinion.
All right. So the notion of black women's opinion, see, an opinion is one thing. Disagreeable is another. Notice how many times I've had to debate you on simple things. And I will say this. If the last relationship you had was how long ago?
My last relationship was a year and a half ago.
All right, and that was the 5-year relationship?
No.
Well, I always recommend that people talk to their exes, especially if there's no hope of getting back together, and find out what it's like to be with you. But if I had to go ask your coworkers, your male coworkers, what it's like to work with you, what do you think the consensus would be?
Actually, they would give me a good review because I'm their manager. I manage teams of all men, so
You want to put that to the test?
absolutely, we can do that offline. I can
No,
give
no,
you
no,
every
no.
last one of
Because
those
here's the
numbers.
thing: I'm not just a personal image consultant. I'm a corporate image consultant, and I'm not asking this question because I don't know. So, okay, you're talking about your subordinates.
Correct.
I'm not asking about your subordinates. I'm asking about your colleagues.
My colleagues would be my director. I only have like
So how
one or
about
two
this? How
people that
about this?
parallel
Over the
me.
course of your career, if so, what you're telling me is over the course of your career, if I could do this sample and ask the people you work with, hey man, what's it like to work with Nick? What's it like? You mean to tell me that most of them would tell me what?
That I'm hardworking. I'm a great team member. I'm a team player. I'm a great collaborator.
Mm-hmm.
You can go look on my LinkedIn and see
I'm
where.
just, ma'am. Again.
I'm just saying.
Hold on. Now you're talking
I
over me. Now you're
have.
talking, so you can't say you don't hear me.
Okay, go ahead.
See, you don't pull that shit that you couldn't hear me because you could hear me. And see, this is an exercise I do when I do corporate coaching, and people are often freaking shocked when they see what people actually think about them. I have yet to have a woman in a corporate session not be what? Especially when there's no fear of retribution and it's anonymous. But you know what? At the end of the day, man, this has been a good back and forth, but I would tell you this. There is a reason why 51% of black men are single and childless and 64% are in the middle class. It's not because they don't want women or they want black women. Black women are not giving black men what they want. And they would rather have nothing than accept a disagreeable, argumentative, masculine. I'm not saying this is you. Masculine, any of these traits. Men don't want disagreeable, argumentative, masculine, unfit, overweight, women that lack femininity. And especially when you start talking about marriages, because if you got married, who would lead?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, if you got married, who would lead?
I absolutely would want my husband to lead.
Okay. Have you ever been led? In your relationships, does the men typically leading?
In the relationships that I've had, no, they haven't left because I have typically been in my masculine energy. And it's not till recently that I became that self-aware enough to know that I needed to lean back. So I had, like, for the last 2 years, I've been kind of learning and practicing trying to make that shift so that I don't put
What
that
I'm
energy
hearing,
into my
ma'am,
relationships.
what I'm hearing, ma'am, is you may be aware, but you still don't. You still never done this in a relationship. What you've
I
told
have.
Listen, what you told me is in your relationships, you're in your masculine.
No, I said in, like, I'd say my most recent relationship, I was in because that was the relationship that I
You said
became
that was over
self-aware
2 years ago. You
prior
said that was
to.
over a year ago, right?
Yes.
And how long were you
And I
guys
came
together?
upon this in uh, about roughly 8 months. So I actively in that relationship
So
have been
why did it
shifting
end?
to my feminine. Excuse me?
So why did it end?
It ended because he disrespected my boundaries and walked into my house uninvited and did some stuff that I don't think any respectable man should do.
Were you
And I
guys
had to
sexually
threaten him to
active?
call. No,
But you were with him for a year.
no, I said 8 months.
You were with him for 8 months and you guys weren't sexually active.
No.
And he was your boyfriend?
I'd say we were exclusive. I wouldn't
No,
say he
no,
was
no,
my
no,
boyfriend.
no. Did you guys have a conversation where he said, will you be my girlfriend and I'm your boyfriend? We are one-on-one and I'm not seeing anybody else.
Yeah. We said we would be exclusive.
Exclusive doing what?
Exclusively dating.
Exclusively dating. So how old was this man?
He was 33.
And you were 30, how old?
At the time I was 37.
So you got a 33-year-old man and a 37-year-old woman, and you're telling me that you guys were exclusively dating for close to 8 months or 9 months, and no sex?
No, that was a personal choice of mine.
Woo! All right. That's I'm not gonna even unpack that one. And he claimed you and he was on Facebook. You were his girlfriend.
No. Mm-mm.
Right. And y'all broke
claiming
up
him on
because
social media.
did he have a key to your house?
No, he did not.
So how do you walk in your house?
My door was open and he had asked me if he could come over, and I told him no. And he kind of pressured me until
You mean your boyfriend asked you
so
so your boyfriend asked you, your exclusive boyfriend asked you if he could come over to his girlfriend's house?
Yeah, isn't that the respectful thing to do?
I'm just trying to understand something, ma'am. See, you already getting defensive. I'm just going on what you said. Your exclusive boyfriend.
He asked me, hey,
hold on.
can I come see you
Check it. I will. Don't know. Did he normally come to your house?
Yeah, after asking.
Okay,
after
so
arrangements or plans.
So your boyfriend had to ask you to come to your house. Your exclusive boyfriend had to ask his girlfriend to come to his house.
Yes.
And you're telling me that you were in your feminine. Woo! Lord have mercy, Jesus. You can't make this shit up.
I
No, ma'am. Now you told on yourself. You told on yourself. You told on yourself. You told on yourself. You were in your feminine. Not what the hell? You were not in your feminine. You a sexless relationship with somebody you're monogamous with, and he has to ask you if he can come to your house, and then because he came to your house, you broke it up with him. Yeah.
No, you didn't let me finish.
I heard what you said, ma'am. You said he came to your house. You said he came to your house. I'm gonna keep cutting you off because you talk over me, and I'm not gonna do this. You said that you broke it off with him because he did something that was improper and rude and crossing boundaries and unmanly. And I'm asking you, goddamn, what did he do was so bad? He asked his girlfriend, could he come over to your house?
No, that's not what he did. That was bad. I didn't get a chance to finish explaining.
Okay. Well,
it wasn't that he just.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter, ma'am. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. If this is feminine, okay. Men still. No, you're not gonna talk over me. I've done that for the last time. Nope, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm
anymore.
just asking.
You're not gonna. No, you're not gonna talk over me. See, you can't even you can't even follow instructions. See, that's why I know. See, I've triggered you. What I've done, I've triggered you, and now you're showing who you really are. I've triggered you. I've triggered you on purpose, and you've come completely out of frame. And I'm not your man. I'm not your man. I'm not your man, and I'm not in a relationship with you.
Answer your questions.
See how this works?
You asked me a question.
I asked you a question and it gave me the information I needed, man. And I went on about my business. See, the bottom line is this. What man wants to deal with a woman who you got to ask if you can come to their house if that's supposed to be your girlfriend? Especially if they're supposed to be monogamous. What man wants to ask? What man got to be in a bitch position and say, hey, girlfriend that I'm monogamous with, can I come over to your house? And what woman who calls herself feminine has to sit back and have that kind of boundary that he has to cross? Good luck, ma'am. But the things that I say, I stand by, and this back and forth dialogue has further illustrated the contentiousness that exists between most black men and black women. A lot of you just have problems with your role of being women. Take that up with the God of your creation. But it ain't going to change. You don't like being a woman? Go fuss at him.
I wouldn't necessarily say I don't like.
I let that go on and on and on and on because these are the women who have a problem with my platform. And what is the problem? That I actually am telling you, no. You cannot be a bossy, ball breaking, 350-pound woman and think you're going to get a man. You may get a male. And even with that, look at how women like the caller treats males. Even when they get them, they don't show them any respect. Ladies, who thinks that woman treated her boyfriend with any kind of respect? And juxtapose, and it doesn't matter how they look. Juxtapose it with the previous caller. Black men aren't going, they don't have to put up with this stuff. That's why I tell you guys, the value thing, whatever it is, get your value up to where you have options. Do not take poor treatment from women. You let people know what you will and what you won't accept. Draw a line. You don't tell them, give them ultimatums. You just give them choices. But you can't do that, guys, if you don't have any value. And one thing has been shown and proven for sure, I would say in particular with black men, the higher up black women go in the socioeconomic status, and the older they get, the more problematic they tend to become. I have yet to see women go up the socioeconomic status and in age, and they become more agreeable, easier to work with, easier to get along with. So next week, we do average looking women, average looking lazy women. Do they want high value husbands or do they want a high value lifestyle? And then we do old hoes tricks. No, she disrespected the heck out. No, he was I mean, can you imagine he's 33 years old and you can't even have sex with a big girl? Ooh-wee. Oh, so let me go back to I need to go back to the donate. I saw y'all. So let me go. I want to read the $2 donations. So we're going to read all the $2. So it started right around here. $1.99, $2, $2, $5.99, $2, $2. New member, $2, $2, $2, $2, $2. Wow. There is like, whoa, they're like 56 $2 donations. You know, she is probably somewhere sitting on jaw tight. All right. All jokes aside, man, look. Bell Biv DeVoe said, don't trust a big button to smile. One of the things that plagues a lot of you guys and plagued me when I was younger is when you get around women, you need to be able to hold frame no matter how a woman looks, no matter what she is. This is why you got to be able to control your seed and focus. When you can remove sex off the table when dealing with, I don't want to say sex or sexual urge off the table, you can really focus as a man. And this is a key that a lot of successful men have for success. They learn how to control their seed and focus. It is the difference between making and breaking. Think of all the guys who are in their 20s, late 20s, 30s, who could have taken the next step, could have been great, but they got tripped up. They got kids everywhere, blah, blah, blah. All right. Now we're in overtime. In Ontario, Canada, something crazy happened. And we're going to talk about it on the 7th. In Ontario, a rich, wealthy philanthropist art dealer had to pay his girlfriend, who they had no kids with, no property with, nothing, with just his girlfriend of 12 years. The court ordered that he had to pay her $50,000 a month in alimony, spousal support for a girlfriend. And then on appeal, they changed it from $50,000 a month indefinitely to $50,000 for 10 months. $6 million for a woman he wasn't married with. So guys, I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to send shockwaves through the West, because a lot of you guys out here thinking that you're getting these prenuptial agreements or this or that. You need to know how you're moving. You need to understand the common law restrictions, because you need to vet better when you start dealing with somebody, because the breakup is where she really shows you who she is. Now, he made a bunch of stupid moves in there, and he was rich, but does that necessarily mean he's high value? I don't know enough about him. But I also say I need you guys to look at that story with caution and stop trying to extrapolate it to normal people. It's going to be all across social media. He did propose to her several times, apparently. Bought her a 7.5 carat ring. She accepted, so she became his fiance. The problem is she never wanted to sign the marital contract, the marital agreement. I'm going to tell you right now, anytime you break up with a woman, you need to make sure that high value men, they buy their way out. Simple as that. They buy their way out. All right, good. We broke up. Here you go. You buy your way out. And see, a lot of dudes be like, man, I ain't gonna get no woman no money. That's why you'll never be a high value man. You're certainly not gonna be at a productive level, not up here, because it's all about making deals, man. It's about the deal. 50 grand, man. The problem is, man, I look at he was a divorcee with 2 kids or 3 kids, and she was separated with 2 kids or 3 kids. She was a model, and he was a wealthy guy. But here's one of the things he messed up on. He would call her by his last name. They would vacation together, and they would do relationship stuff together. But when she quit her job, or when she left her job, that was not a wise move. When she left her job, from what I read, he started paying her rent. And I'm like, at this point, you're a common law. It doesn't matter if you don't have any kids or any leases. You entered into a common law relationship. And my thing is, you need to, like it or not, ladies and gentlemen, relationships, as a man, you need to look at them business first. It is business. And in a business deal, you look at the upside of potential, but you also have to look at how this thing falls apart or breaks up. You write the dissolution going into it. You got to plan for the best. You got to hope for the best, plan for the worst. Because nothing's 100%. But the notion of going through life by yourself, I would say that's foolish. Guys, don't think you're going to just go through life by yourself for the rest of your life. Just know what you're getting into. That's why I say this old hoes and tricking, that's going to be one of the most off the chain broadcasts, because I know we're going to have a bunch of middle class, average earning dudes that think they pimps who are going to come in and talk all that shit. And I'm bringing the axe, because no, you can't talk about men who are making substantially more money in a completely different economic class, social class than you, and arguably better than you, talking like you gonna alpha your way through, or you gonna mac and pimp your way through. Why, you got a job to go to. You got to get out of your mind. All right. So thank you guys for tuning in. This is a great show. Shout out to the callers. You know, this high value thing is going to be going and going and going. More people are going to talk about the topic. It's not my topic. You know, I didn't make up high value. I just popularized it. You know, we're going to be, what you guys are going to see me in the fall is you're going to start to see the mobile broadcast. Yes, the mobile broadcast. Your Godfather out and about, talking to people on the spot in person. Always improving, always pushing the envelope. Always do it, always do it. So let me read some things going out. Shout out to the expat home. Invite Sinful. Sinful. I mean, understand something. I'm cool with the P. Sinful. Freeze. Freeze is it? Yeah. But see, those are real P's. I'm talking about these pseudo P's, man. These, and I don't want to use the terms, but guys who call themselves Max. And see, there's a code to be a P. Okay, make sure you get some tea or something. Oh yeah, I got it. I got green tea, bro. So good guys, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, it will be an interesting show. Ariel, hey, cutie. I love beautiful women. Ariel's cute. Mm-hmm. I am the king, game will not be denied. I am the king, and will not. I need somebody to remix this song right here. I'm a PhD. And then Ralph Wiggum.
I'm in danger.
I need somebody to remix Danger Zone, Ralph Wiggum, I'm in danger. I'm a PhD in this one.
Bitch, if you want a burger, eat a burger. Bitch, if you want a french fry, get a french fry.
I may get a copyright for that one though. So, all right, guys, let me see. Thank you for people joining. It's all good. Melanie, what's going on? I want to try to get some shout outs to people I don't know. Hill Jimmy, what's up? Risky Biz, DJ Neff. I can't pronounce your name. Sanguinus Leonis, what's going on, man? Ben Cisco, I'm in danger. Mary Jane's Rebirth, E-Man Perry. Oh, yeah, man. Mike Jack. Cool, man. Aggie Pride, what's going on? He said send you some samples. You know, I need to give me a P.O. box so I can start doing some of that stuff. But yeah, that's another thing. The fashion videos and the style videos and the fragrance videos are back next week when I'm off vacation. So I've been on vacation for the last 2 weeks in the business. Even though the shows have been going on in the business, I've been just I need to take a break. We start back up next week, full bore with the appointments and everything else. And I'll be getting on a plane heading to the West Coast. I'll be in LA, San Diego, and Seattle. So, yeah, I think the Godfather, you know what? I think I need to do my Umar. What do y'all think? Y'all think I need to do my Umar and just go ahead and say, I'm going to put it out to the family. Y'all need to go ahead and find the Godfather, his next ex-wife. Godfather's looking for his next ex-wife. Come on. Looking for your next ex-wife. What you gonna do? Your next ex-wife. That's what's up, baby boy. Gigi, what's going on? I'm a PhD. Looking for your next ex-wife. You know, you got to be fine. Come on, man. You got to be fine. You're going to get access to all this. You're going to be on camera. Get access to the kingdom. Oh, you got to look like Michael, the Godfather's wife. What's the Godfather's wife called? The Godfather's wife. I don't know. That's what it is. What's going on, Dr. White? The next ex-wife. But here's the thing. I ain't getting married and getting divorced again. So here's the deal. All you got to do is stick around. Here's the thing about dealing with high value men and successful men, especially older ones. Here's the real trick. Men in their 50s, they know they only going to be around 20 or 30 more years. All you gotta do is act right for 20 or 30 more years, and then you can get your Vanessa Bryant on. You get access to all the money, all the resources. I mean, after the family and the kids have been doled out, you're like, woo, that's a good goddamn deal. 20, 30 years of acting right, next thing you know, you get your Anna Nicole Smith on. Otasia. Now I can't marry no chick named Otasia. If Otasia came through, let's say I did meet the next ex. The next ex. That's the show, The Next X. Let's say I did find the next X and her name was Otasia. That would be an entire video. I'd have Obsidian film it. Hey man, Otasia, Obsidian, Otasia. We're going to have to go make a video of getting Otasia's name changed. It's going to have to get changed to something. It's like Vanessa or Hillary or Alexandria, or something, cool. It can't be married to no Otasia or Funyun or nothing like that. Pick the next X. Could you imagine that? Hi, this was Otasia before and after. Otasia becomes Hillary. Funyun becomes Alexandra. Danger Zone becomes Dorothy. That's right. The next X. Catherine. That's right. Catherine Corleone. That's right. The Godfather's wife, Catherine. And see, if you look at what Michael did, man, The Godfather's my favorite movie of all time, by the way. Michael Corleone actually married his first wife. Her name was Apollonia. And I have reached out to an Apollonia Ponte to see if we can do a collaboration. She's pretty cool. He married Apollonia, but then his bodyguard tried to assassinate Michael with the car bomb and blew her up instead. But then when he moved back to the States, he picked up with his old girlfriend, Catherine, and he basically made a straight business move. He's like, I've been gone for a few years. I fell in love with this Italian beauty. I need you to just come on over here, marry me, make me some kids, give me the veneer of respectability. But I'm going over here and be the Don. And I'm going to be over here whacking people and murdering folks and carrying on. But you just going to have to be, little white woman over here doing this. I'm going on over here, okay? I mean, it ain't like they fell in love or nothing. He's like, hey, Kate, what's going on? I know I ain't responding to your letters in like 7 years. And I had a wife, and I was blowing her back out. But I want you now because she's dead and I got no other options. You're safe. I don't want to date some random. I just need you right now to go ahead and give me 3 kids and you get access to the Corleone thing. You good with that? And see what did Kate do? She did like most white women. Yep, I'll take it. Put some drapes in here, splash of paint. I'm a pound. I don't know if y'all watch Reggie Bo. That shit is hilarious. I'm a pound over here. Who would I love to do a collaboration with? Reggie Bo and Velvet Jones. That would be a hell of a. I might need to reach out to the brother. Hey man, Reggie Bo meets Velvet Jones. Velvet Jones is my uncle character. Or Jenny. Jenny Babas, the little Filipino chick, yeah. Or Danielle Champion, or any of those folks over there. Yeah. See, that'd be good to go out to LA. Or what's her name? Andrea Kinkhead. Oh my God. Dude, that woman is so, let me show you how fine this woman is. Damn. When I tell you this woman's so fine, bruh. This don't even make no sense. Okay, we in overtime. I'm sorry. I'm about to hurt some feelings right now. I'm about to hurt some feelings. Yeah, if y'all are not ready for hurt feelings, do not. Ooh, she is so fine. God, the camera's coming up, y'all. Guys, I am telling you, this woman is like, everybody has their type, and see, she is my type. I ain't gonna even lie. What O'Shea say? Yep. I would trick it up. Yes. Oh, yes. Y'all call me whatever y'all want to. I would trick it off on her. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So here we go. Y'all ready? Y'all ain't even ready for this. I don't know if I want to do this to y'all. Jesus H. Christ. So fair use. Damn, that is in freaking insane, man. That is a real one. Oh, just hamburger. Look at that, man. Are you kidding me? And she's light skinned it. Look at that, just that flat stomach and just pow. I'm just like, huh? That just, you can't tell me there ain't no God, man. I don't understand how dudes, nope. If you gay, do you, man? I don't understand it. I don't understand how a man could be gay with, whoo. I don't get it, man. When you got to look at this kind of stuff right here and that, oh, it gets worse. Oh, that was it for me right there. Done, son. Done. Dunzo, sonzo. Just buns-tastic. Maximum yamage for damage. So yeah, let your man know I'm coming to get him. I think I saw a video with her. Y'all remember the dude that played Kane on Minister Society? What's his name? That dude that played Kane on Minister Society. I've seen him on some of her videos before. Kane, I'm coming to get your girl. So you know you good for getting shot and slobbering all over the place. So I'm you can have her back, but I'm gonna need a little bit of time. Just we can work something out. Cause yeah, bro. I'm not going to move to LA. If that's your girl, that's your girl. However, we're content creators and we could do a collaboration. Collaborate just Jesus. I love beautiful women. I am. Whoo, I love beautiful women. Thank you. Just thank you. There is a God in heaven. I don't understand how some guys can walk around looking at dudes talking about, what's up, man? I likes you. I want you. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't get it. We got to see it again, right? Y'all want to see it again? Y'all want to see it again? I got to see it again. And the orange too, I always had something for like women of her skin complexion and orange. Whew. Look at there. Look at there. Look at him. Look at him. Boy, look at him. Let me see if I can find another one. I hope I don't get. Y'all want to see it again? I got to see it again. Hopefully I don't get a strike. Privacy, but we'll see. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you right now, some of these are gonna hurt your feelings. Gentlemen, I need your hands on top of your computer keyboard now, okay? Hands on top of the keyboard, away from the low tie-on. Away from the low tie-on, okay? Hamburger. Oh, it gets worse. So we're gonna have to get that removed right there, though. It's got to go away. But I can work with that. But I'm gonna tell you right now, yeah. But okay, here it is, guys. Now prepare. Her hands look 72. What kind of freaking weirdo are you, man? You sound like, get off my, bye. Somebody, no, dude, you gotta go. Her hands look 72. Bye. What kind of strange shit is that? Ready? Oh. Damn. Big John. God, dog. God. Hamburger Jones, man. Woo! What do you say to something like that? What else can you say? What's my issue with tattoos? Who are you to ask me? Why? I got 5 of them. Why do you care about my issue with tattoos? Men don't like women with tattoos in general. You don't want a visible tattoo. Get a tattoo someplace that can be hidden in a formal dress. And if you're a tatted up woman, oh well. You have decreased your value. Let me be the first to tell you, if you didn't know, I have 5 tattoos and 2 brands, but all of my artwork can be covered up in a polo shirt and on the golf course. If you have visible tattoos as a woman, congratulations. If they cannot be covered up in a formal dress, if you cannot go backless, strapless, you've lowered your value. I don't care what videos and rap tells you. You don't go to the mayor's ball and see a full sleeve. So get over it. That's why they go get this stuff removed. Am I a fan of? Yes. I don't know what else to say after that, but guys, it's a good thing. Ooh, she fine. So here's the thing, guys. I'm always open for you guys to send me tasteful people who I should follow. So if you guys got somebody on Instagram or Facebook, especially on YouTube, somebody whose channel you watch, shoot it to me on email. I'm always looking to collaborate with beautiful women. Oh yes. Oh, she has 4 kids. She can have 5. Shit. If that's somebody says she got 4 kids. Good. And her body looks like that, then I don't want to hear no 350-pound nothing. She got 4 kids, then she could take 1 more. She could. I mean, boop. She got 4 kids. Boop. If she's she have her call in. I don't want her to call in. She's low value. Whatever. Some of you, here's the thing. I'm gonna be real, dude. Some of you guys out here talking like she's low value. She's the dude. Before you can start making judgments on somebody's value, you need to get your value up above theirs. Let's have a real talk, guys. A lot of you guys get out here and get chat room muscles and chat room nads, and you start to overvalue yourself, talking about women or this or that. When you are on fries at McDonald's, unless your value exceeds hers, not in your mind, but in the real world, unless your value exceeds hers, you sound like a fool. Any one of you. So just like women can sound delusional, some of you guys sound really delusional, saying this woman got kids and this woman got this, and your value is down here. You can have the opinion, but keep it to yourself, because if not, man, you sound crazy. I mean, I need you to understand that truthfully. And I'm not trying to hurt your feelings or insult you or clap on you, but I got to tell you, man, how it reads. It reads like sour grapes, or disdaining things you cannot have. Oh, I don't want her. She's a 7. I don't want her. She's low value. This same woman, if I went through her Instagram and showed you the pictures with her next to Denzel Washington and Jamie Foxx and all these other guys, I mean, I'm like, guys, sometimes y'all just, it's better. It is better to not speak than to speak and remove all value. I mean, it's better to be quiet than to speak and remove all doubt. Just food for thought. Think about it. Think about it. That's all I'm saying. Think about it. If you disagree, okay. But that doesn't change the fact that that's the reality of the world. That doesn't change the fact. So, guys, also stop typing in all caps. All right, next week's shows are going to be off the chain. Thank you to everybody that joined in. This show went long, but it's Friday. We had some time. Appreciate everybody. Until the next time. She does YouTube. You hitting that. She's funny too, man. I tell you, there is something about women who have a sense of humor and are hot. I'm not going to, like, what was her name? The Dominican chick. Her friends, I can't pronounce her name. But the reality, here's the sad reality. When you're a woman like that at 8, 9, or 10 and looks, you know how many dudes want a pretty baby mama? Some dudes out here are real foul. And let's talk about it. You know how many dudes be like, I want my baby mama to be fine. I want my baby mama to be Filipino or Asian. I mean, or Latino. See, a lot of men talk this shit like black women are the only one. And some of y'all got issues. You will go out and get a woman pregnant on purpose just so you can have a pretty baby mama. And she was dumb to do it. But then they go from wherever they go to Hollywood. Next thing you know, they got 1 kid or 2 kids, whatever, man. Fine is fine. Y'all crazy. Her IG is yes, boy. Yes, her. That's a friend. Yeah, I love beautiful women. And that's another thing. When people saw me out with the big tall chick, I'm not gonna say her name. I saw people being real rude about her. She's this, she's that, she's low value. I'm like, guys, are you saying that to sound good to other guys, or do you really think that? Because I'm sorry, I know what I see, and I know most of you guys would have gave you your pinky finger. If she said, come on over here, you'd be right now. Some of y'all need to knock this stuff off, man. Some of y'all need to knock this stuff off. You're never going to hear me talking crazy about beautiful women. You don't have to marry. That's another thing. I think a lot of you guys don't understand that beautiful women have been shown to have a beneficial impact on a man's psyche. It doesn't mean you're marrying her. The woman you choose to wife or be in a serious relationship needs to be of a different caliber of women who you just have around as muses or inspiration. The way some of you guys talk is you want all virgin brides around you. You want all these virgin brides who are LA 9s, and that's all you'll accept. And you are like a software engineer. I'm like, really? Stop playing. Get out of the fantasy land. All right, guys. Twitter thugs. All right. All right, guys, I got to get up out of here. Tomorrow is Suit Saturday. You know, forget everything I said. Just go ahead tomorrow, put on your suit, look good on Suit Saturday, show out, look good, smell good, be the best version of yourself. Get out and do some things. Tag me on Instagram on your Suit Saturday. I will be out and about doing what I do. It's been a good night. It's been a good week. So thank you guys very much. Until next time, peace. We are Gizone. Pretty women are pretty women are pretty women. Fawcett Media Group. I need contact you. I need to get that intro made and contract with you to do some work. Need a contract with you to do some work. We're having a good time over here, man. Even when the calls are bad, they can still be good. Good night, everyone. Good night, April. Ariel, good night. I need to get me a woman so I can get Ariel to make her a dress. Y'all, boy, if I had my next ex, I'd be like, dang, I'm a pound. Ariel come through, make her a dress, and have all y'all be like, tell him Ariel. Ariel would hook her up. Ariel is a very well established dressmaker down here in Atlanta for women. I say, I need you to make a little black dress that goes pink, pink, pow, ping, ting. Again, pow, pow, pink, ping, ting. We're stepping into the fall, gentlemen. Don't forget to get your Panda Boo, your Panda Bay. We're on track for an epic cupping season. Thank you, Ariel. She said, I got you. That's right. Ariel Creation and ping, ping, ting, ting. Ting, ting. Thank you to all the patrons for making this thing possible. Thank you to the patrons for making this thing possible. We're back rolling next week. If you want to join the movement, support the channel, go to patreon.com. More Patreon content will be up next week. I needed a break. YouTube is having some issues with previous videos. Still working with them to get it back up. Until then, join me on IG for videos you will only see there in the front room. When they're up, they're up. They're gone, they're gone. Email your show ideas, things like that, to info@bykevinsamuels.com or go to bykevinsamuels.com and go to scheduling and book your one-on-one session. Respect my inbox.